I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the dark hold close, it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I wanna say goodbye.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully all of you are having a good one, boys. How's it going, boys? It is time for some 5v5 1v1 duels. Yo, can mustache like it actually get the curl right really well, but then it's like this part doesn't want to play. I can't get it right every single time, can ya? Boys, it is time for some 5v5 1v1 duels. We did some on the EU yesterday in time right now for the NA. Let me get the music back up and start it with. Hope all of you are having a good one. I'm excited, man. We got the tank trinket nerfs, which actually creates such a massive impact to the meta of these duels, dude. And as everybody gets better gear in the next week, as people are getting the conquest caps, as we get our mythic pluses done and people finally dive into the brand new raid, I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot more corruption gear everywhere, dude. Some powerful corruption effects left and right. How's everybody doing? We got ourselves Baron, we got Blaine, TJ, Loa, Lil Num, Brandon, how you doing? Sashimi, how you doing? Outlaw, how you doing? Hope y'all having a good one. Works. And we got Taurus, we got Lee Jones, how you doing, Lee? Hope you're having a good one, man. Alrighty, boys, you know how we do. It is time. Log on, join some groups in LFG, and we'll get some 5v5 1v1 duels joining. I'll let you guys know exactly how to join up. I got a 106 with Power Monk. Let's go, Blade. Let's go. I need to play more of a Power Monk a lot more now. Give it, yo, what's up, yeah, outside of my man. Hey, bro, what's up, DJ? I know my man. I love that so much. It's such a good intro, right? Yeah, dude, the dude who made that intro is on another goddamn level, man. Heart of Azeroth, you already got it to the next. sorry everybody, still sick. Let's go, dude. I'm guilty of mine. Already got 75 neck. I'm gonna get 75 neck soon too. We got Night King with 5. Let's fucking go, Night King, man. Let's go, dude. We need one more group, boys. One more group. Y'all want to join a group on LG 5v5 1v1 duels, go to player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find a group, hit 5, enter, and you'll be able to join one of the groups if there is one for 5v5 1v1. And Illustrark already got a 3 out of 5. Gimme. If you guys don't see a group, you can always go and start a group yourselves. Call it something like 5v5 1v1 duels. Add me on Reality. We'll get you guys queued and against one another. How about that? Yeah? How about it? Might as well, man. Might as well. Hope you're having a good one. Circle Man flu. I don't think it's the flu. I could be wrong. I mean, I've been kind of coughy, kind of stuffy, but never really enough to like be bedridden. You know what I mean? So maybe it is the flu. Maybe I got a bit of a cold, but not enough to like really knock me the fuck out. You know what I mean? I've just been kind of clogged in the sinuses. But I usually take a shower. You know, it's like I like hot showers. You know, I can't do a cold shower. I like to chill in there, really relax, just let my muscles relax. Take a hot shower. And like, I guess the steam that it builds up, it just frees up my sinuses, and it's just like, oh, it just starts coming out. Whether I gotta blow my nose or cough it out, you know what I mean? It's nasty, it's disgusting. But now you guys know a little bit about me. It's almost like you know me. Just join. What's up, Confirm? How you doing, man? I have a constant flu. I think I'm allergic to being an adult. I would not recommend. Yo, I feel you. Maybe that's how I am, Brandon. I miss Legion. Yo, Legion was fucking good, dude. Legion was good, but yo, we got BFA coming up to an end very soon, and you know what we'll have after BFA? You know what it is. Some goddamn Shadowlands. Illustrark, are you on Horde right now? We need more Hordes to help Illustrark out and get a few more people, man, on LFG. I'm surprised people steal PvP. Blizzard are legit have added PvP. Yeah, they just need to add a PvP vendor, dude. Yeah, they do need to put more work into PvP. Not gonna lie. I think Shadowlands will be a perfect opportunity for them to really put in a lot of work into PvP. Although, I remember they put a lot of work into Legion PvP, and then the way that turned out, I don't know, dude. I didn't really enjoy the templates after like 2 months of them. It was like, so they are going to move, like the idea with templates was, okay, so we'll have certain classes that have good templates, good talents to pick from, others don't really have good ones. So in the end, it'll be like, they'll eventually add better ones. But when I played my Outlaw Rogue, all of Legion from the first season to the last, we only got nerfed, and our honor talents never changed. They didn't balance that shit at all. We had one useful talent in every row. Every other one was just legitimately objectively bad. So there I was for the whole expansion with a bunch of bad honor talents. I'm like, Blizzard, please. I even got on the questionnaire thing, on the questionnaire, right? about for BFA and honor towns, how they were gonna redo them or whatever with the current system we have of them right now. How you have like honor towns on the side here, you get 3 of them. I was like, so we gotta have the same. I literally asked them, and it showed up on their like a Q&A thing, the stream that it did. Actually, my question came up there on my Dalaran White, the other Dalaran rogue, YT, I think at the time. I deleted him, by the way. I only want to I kept my original rogue, and then I have my rogue right now that I'm playing. But then the OG one from Darkspear still is around. I'll keep it that one forever, just as a memory. But I asked him, like, so we have a lot of honor talents that are just kind of dead in the water. And like, you would really never use them unless you, the only time you would find a use for these is if you were to write some sort of fan fiction that includes CD winning BlizzCon. Like, are we gonna ever see any other honor talents, like some bad ones that just removed or changed up to be buffed, or are they gonna basically be the same into Shadowlands? And they said, like, yeah, the idea is to like nerf and buff them. There are very little of that, but I feel like with the honor talents that every spec got, there's always somebody, there's always an ideal amount of 4 or 5 honor talents to pick from. Yeah, some of them are kind of bad, but majority of them are good. Majority of honor talents add right now something in BFA that actually involves into the gameplay, so I had no issue. But back in Legion, they needed to do that a while ago. Change up honor talents for any specs that are dead in the water, right? Even specs that are really good, there's a lot of bad honor talents that you would never pick in any situation, no matter the matchup you fight. And it's just like, if they did more balancing, I think it would have been perfect. Looking for an awesome guild? No, I'm not. No, thank you. Yo, boys, how we doing? Night King, or still with 5v5. Illustric, how you doing, man? Out of the 5 out of 5. So he did win BlizzCon, the Fact Fisher, bro. That's cold. Yeah, he did win BlizzCon, though. But he did actually win BlizzCon. At the time, he was like, oh, 4-0 when I wrote that. Hey, Dal, how do you think I could do with a 360 item level? I think it would... You will struggle, but if you have better skill than whoever you're facing against, you will win. I'll tell you that right now. Remember when BFI was out of the Horus Alliance back in Legion? Now we have Bane Bloodhoof as best as Android. And we were fighting the fucking Azeroth. Yeah, we really ramped up in this expansion. Is it still PvP Prestige going to be a while? No, it's been gone. There's no more like Prestige to reset it or whatever. You can just still grind on the levels for rewards. There's like mounts and stuff. Should I come and destroy these 5v5s? Squappy, I think you should, dude. I think you should pop in there and pop off. It's an alliance group right now. Night King has an alliance group, but I think it's full right now. If you guys want to start one, you're more than welcome to. Again, to start groups, 4, 5, 5, you either go to player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find the group, hit 5, enter, and you get to join one that's listed. If you don't see one that's listed, go to start a group, call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels, and pop it in. Get people in there, get people to join in, add me on Real ID with your group of 5, and I'll queue you against other people. It's that easy, my dude. What's up, Dan? How you doing, dude? If they would do back strictly PvP gear, I'd be so stoked. Like PvP gear with like resilience or something like that. I would be fine if they added PvP gear. Having multiple sets isn't a bad thing. I have a lot of ideas on how they could do PvP gear if they were to bring back PvP gear. I have a couple ideas of what they could do in order to make PvP gear happen. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, yeah? We'll see. Gonna come back. I feel like it's gonna cost a lot. I feel like it's gonna cost a lot. What do you mean? I wanna come back? You could come back, man. You just gotta buy sub and that's it, right? Isn't it? If they bring back PvP gear, it needs to be absolute trash on plus and raids. So some people suggested maybe like Dungeon Mythic Plus gear should be good in Mythic Pluses. Raid gear should be good in raids. And then PvP gear should be good in PvP. So it's like you gotta PvP to get the PvP gear. You gotta do keys to get better key gear. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to essentially inherently be like best, but it could have some sort of effects that make it easier in that type of content. So like somebody who does raiding could go cap their keys, but somebody who wants to push keys should probably live and breathe Mythic Plus keys, stuff like that. A lot of other creators have done ideas and stuff like that. I have my own ideas, but it's a lot to go into. Yeah, to bring back resilience? I don't know, dude. I hate resilience, man. I think there's got to be a better stat you can apply better than resilience and PvP power. I kind of like the current setup where if you are a brand new character, there is some scaling to the damage that goes out. Like, there is a little bit of scaling of abilities, right? There's slight scaling. Like when you go in as a fresh 120 character with no gear whatsoever, or with the best gear you have, which is like leveling gear, and a Warlock slaps you for a Chaos Bolt, Warlock will see that his Chaos Bolt hits you for 100k. However, on your screen, that Chaos Bolt will hit you for like 60k. For your health pool, that 60k is still a lot, but there is some sort of scaling that is applied in order to make it a little bit less punishing for the new player. To at least be able to kind of stand toe-to-toe with others, somewhat. Hey Dal, happy Saturday, my dude. What's up, my man? I'll be able to go to my dude. Because PvP was amazing. I hated actual expansion in general, but PvP was stellar. Yeah, my PvP was pretty cool. Just about every class and spec was viable, man. 9k DPS increase from getting 4th essence. Oh my god, dude. I'm getting that this week. Guarantee. I'm gonna grind them islands. Because essentially all you need right now is 38,000 AP for level 75. Because on Tuesday week reset, AK kicks in for the next week. And I'm probably gonna be able to get, oh perfect, 5 out of 5. I'm gonna get all the AP needed for level 75 this week. Illest, Turk, and Night King 5. It is time, boys! It is time for some 5v5 1v1 duels. We finally get the queue. Hopefully everybody has their LFG removed. Maybe. Does this guy boost at 120 or is he still leveling? Wait, is that guy leveling? That guy actually might be leveling. That guy legit might be leveling. Queue again. I was still listed. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Gotcha. It's got a bug, but it's okay. We got it. Yeah, Blades Edge Arena, boys. Let's go. First arena of the day, dude. Finally got it one up and running for an A. Switch. What do we got for today? We got ourselves Team Blue with fast skills, illiterate. Keel, rail, roll, core, keel. We call him Keel. Matuk's coming in as a furry fury warrior on Team Blue. We're actually missing one person on Team Blue, but hopefully they get in a bit. On Team Red, however, we got Chill Pills as more of the Frosty. Goodness with the new Frosty weapons, man. We got Cass X. We got Lexi back here as another demon hunter. We got Peachy in the back as a feral, and Sly and Sly on Team Blue. We also have a Vinci coming in assassination rogue. Who's it again? Hit with a chain of ice. I guess he came out of a duel or something. He's actually taking extra damage when he doesn't need to. What's going on? Alrighty, boys. Good luck at a fun Team Blue and Team Red. Who's first? I think they're still trying to figure it out. Team Red is gonna have to roll it for a little bit. Eventually, I think might be the first one going up. Maybe. Good luck and a fun. It looks like it's Team Agility on Team Blue with Matuk's, and Team I guess Agility with Chill Pills, in a sense. Are monks any good nowadays? Yes, they are a little numb. If we see any today, we'll see how good they are. You should have watched the duels yesterday, man, with the U. Alright, it's gonna be Peachy of the bat as a feral versus a Vinci. Let me actually get the duels mix going while we're waiting. Landing a sap on a Peachy while in bear form. It's gonna go for a good roll, get a little bit of a setup. Peachy try to see if he can respond, get in kidney shotted while in the cat form. That's actually not going to be good for him at all. Actually, lots of damage coming out for Avicii. He's going to be forced out trinket as the bash comes out of Peachy. Maledict rolling onto the droid. Avicii trying to make sure he doesn't go anyway. He is getting system shocks back to back. Going to be reset by Peachy. Got himself to about half a shot. Maledict still rocking hard. Is going to try to see if he can waddle away from the rogue while coming out. No more renewal left. Eventually still has evasion if things ever really go bad. Eventually though without a trinket, so if Peachy can somehow lock him down, that'd be perfect. Peachy going for a little bit extra healing. Eventually popping that evasion, trying to get aggressive. Gonna be some bites coming out of Peachy. Trying to see if he can get a setup onto Eventually get a shot onto Peachy. Trinket's out of it immediately. Safeguard trinket proccing for him. Could go for Thorns. Cloaker shot is available for the rogue. Try to see if he might be able to stay on top of Peachy. Looks like Peachy is gonna be able to get away. Eventually he's trying to see if he can catch a reset. Maybe go into stealth. It looks like lag is gonna hit him for a second. It's gonna be opened up by Peachy with a root onto Vinci. Going to catch a couple regrowths here and there. Vinci needs to get back on top of the feral ASAP. Does not have any more dots on him. Feign of Knives would have been perfect there. Peachy going to be able to get more bleed. Dots rolling onto Vinci, looking for another fresh reset. Trying to stabilize in this duel. Vinci without a trinket for quite a bit. Peachy could lock him down. Another reset. Big bite coming out of Vinci. Could turn this around. Get a shot. While Thorns are over Peachy. Could go for a Cloaker shot. I think it's going to be Big Vendetta here maybe. No, does not look like it's a Vendetta at all. Cloaker shot is used by Vinci. Could go for advantage if things need, if he really needs to. Get himself a massive reset. Looking to actually catch a reset with a little bit of healing before having to use Vanish. Just trying to avoid the druid as best as possible. Vinci trying to see if he can moonfire the guy. Looks like it's not going to be happening. Vinci caught himself a full re-stealth. Peachy without a chicken for about 55 seconds. Might put him in a bad situation if Vinci is still holding on to Vendetta. there's a good chance Avicii already used the Vendetta a while ago. So Peachy at least is going to be able to catch up on health, start out in barrel form, start out strong, needs to land a bash onto Avicii and really put up some bleeds. That's his priority right now. Bash comes out, no trinket available for the rogue, try to build up the comp points, is going to be able to get a rip and a root onto Avicii, could vanish out of here. As Peachy is 100% going to catch a full reset here. Avicii having to burn those Crucibles defensively. I think Peachy is setting up for a massive Crucible setup. Double Crucible with big damage. Going to get a reopener to Avicii again. Just letting those dots stick down on the Rogue for quite a bit. The Sass needs to catch up to the Feral. There's going to be Thorns out of Peachy. Try to see if he might be able to wait it out for a little bit longer. Blind by Avicii. Maybe a little bit early. Might need to go for a full kidney shot into Peachy. Trinket for Peachy is coming back in 5 seconds. Might want to go kidney shot him right now and really obliterate a bunch of damage to him. Gonna be able to land a kidney. Is that gonna be a trick out of Peachy? It is. If Avicii can just live this long enough, he might be able to keep the damage rolling. Decided, you know what, this is time to commit. Maladek onto Peachy. Vanishes to continue running. Cheap shot again to follow while Maladek is still rolling. Peachy hasn't cleared all that Mali yet while coming out for Peachy. No more renewal available. Avicii still does have evasion if things really go bad. Another root is going to separate him though. Peachy struggling to come back from health. Might be able to get himself a little bit of line of sight away from the rogue and catch a couple regrowths, and that should be enough unless Avicii can sap him. No, doesn't get the sap. Trinkets out of the sun immediately. Peachy super low in health. Get a shot at Peachy. Avicii is gonna faint right now, trying to see if he can reduce some of the damage of those thorns. Is gonna go for Crucible defensively. Should have had evasion ready. Here's gonna be a bite and a root out of Peachy. Hoping that the dots do enough damage to Avicii as best as possible. Shot a step to Peachy. Next, get a shot out. Avicii could be good. Cloak Shadows and evasion. He's actually immune to all the attacks, but Peachy tried to land a bite through him, going to barrel form to play a bit more defensive, clearing all those dots, getting the kidney shot while in cat form, but it's DR'd, going for some damage, trying to turn this around, and Avicii big bite to follow. This Peachy gets to recover out of this somehow. It's going to be Crucible. Both of them are super low. The dots are ticking on both of them. Peachy actually goes down. The dots were too strong, did not get themselves a big old regrowth heal, and Avicii comes out on top. The Assassination Rogue Dream with the legendary daggers comes out on top of a Feral Druid, the might of what a Feral can bring, and that's going to be Sly up next, playing Assassination as well, trying to get some dots into Avicii. He might need to go for a kidney shot on him, but it's going to be kidney shot on Avicii instead. It looks like the Rogue is going to be locked out. Nothing else you can really do. And a little bit trying to see if he can maybe catch the Rogue before he gets a full restealth. Looking to go maybe for a Shadow Step onto Alliterate. Not gonna allow him. Gonna go for Ghostful just to make sure he has a little bit more propulsion behind his shoes. Missing that Sundering as evasion comes out for Sly. And that's gonna be Alliterate just hoping to maybe get some line to side and maybe some kiting potential from Sly. Gonna catch him in the sun with Capacitor for a second. Did he actually human racial out of that one? He might have. He might have human racial out of it. I couldn't see it. It didn't look like he did that stun long enough though. So Sly just looking to maybe get a bit of extra healing. He literally going for a healer trinket to give him extra healing. He popped out ahead of time, expecting to get a shot out of Sly. So I was actually a healing trinket into Link, but he's trying to go for a small heal since stage trinkets are no longer good. While for a little right now, Cloak of Shadows for Sly. He does not have evasion, so most of the physical damage still can go through. Although literally got a plenty amount of magical damage, literally dropping quite low. He doesn't have anything left. Sundering does see the Rogue for a moment. Safeguard trinket coming out for a little bit to give him a small absorb. Sly next getting a shot. He's gonna have a little bit by the tail. I want to say buy something else, but not gonna do it for this video. Not gonna put myself in a bad spot. Smoke bomb coming out for Sly, and it literally sends out the Earth Elemental to keep the Rogue in combat. That is very smart, very clever, because that Earth Elemental, unless you go for a kidney shot on an Earth Alien, separate from him or vanish him, not a lot you can do. Landing a kidney shot on the Elemental actually gonna put comp points into it. So literally knows that the Rogue wants to catch a reset. He needs to keep him in combat as best as possible. Is gonna go for a little bit of Crucible, but doesn't catch himself a full reset. Next get a shot until literally at least he got himself a bit of health. This is gonna be Capacitor throwing him down onto Sly. Dropping him down to about half his health. Get a shot until literally his Orc not gonna sit it nearly as long. And Sly looking to catch himself. Maybe a setup onto Illiterate. Storm, that's going to be pretty big. Sunder coming down. He is super low in health. Needs to keep himself healed. Feint coming out right now, trying to keep the defenses rolling. Illiterate super low in health. Needs to get some damage. Just a little bit more into Sly. Just a little bit more damage. Advantage available. Sly is somehow still alive. He's somehow still kicking. Gonna get some slows with poisons onto Illiterate. Needs to get himself just a little bit extra line inside. Illiterate looking to slow him down with the Frost brand weapon spam. Sly looking to get himself a Kinder shot sometime soon. Evasion available for Sly right now. Illiterate can't really do anything about it. Kinder shot on him right now. now. Didn't pre-wall this. Could be going down here. Actually, looks like Sly does not have enough damage. Wall coming out immediately for a little bit. Could be going for a healer trick and trying to see if he can land a hex on the Sly. He does miss the kick, and he is going to get hex for free. Illiterate get himself a little bit of recovery. Tricky coming out for Sly. Decided, you know what? Since Illiterate is so low, I could probably take him down. The Demon Hunter is ready to go. Thunder coming out by Illiterate, and Sly does end up taking him out. Not a lot an enhancement shaman can do against an assassination rogue. It looks like Matik's trying to get at him with a cyclotronic, interrupting his own cycler just to get a charge onto Sly. Coco Shot is coming out for the rogue as the last moment of desperation has advantage coming out very, very soon. But Jake's just going to get an execute in there right now. Oh, and the execute comes out. The Fury Furry Warrior ends up taking him out. Look at this boy. Next up is going to be Lexi. No, it's going to be Cat. Lexi. It is going to be Lexi. Okay. There's a Cat. There's Lexi. Going to open up with a big old eye beam. Jake's already RP walking to give him a little bit of that honor duel. Used to be aware of the Demon Hunter. Now, this matchup, Demon Hunter definitely wins against the Warrior off the bat. But Jigs popped the chicken a little bit early against a stun. Gonna get a fear onto Lexi just to keep him in control. But Lexi looks like he's lagging a little bit. And that's going to be Lexi get himself a blur for a moment. Did not pop a real blur. Going to be full metamorphosis right now, actually. But Jigs this time the Demon Hunter trying to see if he can deny him any kind of healing. He's going to go for his own enraged regeneration. Does not have Zerker Rage to break out of the immunity. Lexi's actually super low in health. Is going to catch himself a reset for a second. You see his Crucibles defensively in order to kill himself while the leech is up and running. But Jigs trying to see if he can catch up to the Demon Hunter ASAP. Next time, Jigs needs to make sure he has a way to get out of a stun. If he won't have a trigger for a while. Does Majix have a stun of his own? However, I don't think he does. Stun coming out, but Lexi is going to be able to get guarantee healing from this. Blaze Storm coming out from a Chicks. I guess he could pre-Blaze Storm a stun. Intercepting Lexi right after. Does Lexi have a second stun to follow? I-Beam coming out again. It's going to interrupt him. Lexi still super low in health. Not enough leash to keep him afloat right now. Charge by Chicks again. Got himself enraged. Rolling right now. Needs one extra to take Lexi down. And it actually does end up taking him down. The Fury Furry Warrior does take out one Demon Hunter, but the next one, Cass X, is going to force out a safe chicken out of Machuk's second stun to follow. I-Beam cleaving right through him. Blade Dance, nothing you can really do there. Locked out completely. This is where Machuk's, it would have been better for him to maybe get some sort of CC or maybe just hide away from Cass for a little bit. He did get super low when going up against Lexi. Very unfortunate when that happens. Fast is going to be up next as another, what I think is going to be Assassination Rogue. Looks like it is an Assassination Rogue versus Cass. Cass going for the Metamorphosis, trying to see if he can nail down the Rogue out of here. It's going to be a trinket for fast skills, while he also has evasion rolling. Fly up in the air for Cass. Smoke Bomb coming out for the Rogue, just to get some line of sight away from Cass, but he's actually going to poke out, eat a couple of those freebie Lances. Those Lances hurt quite a lot. Cass going for a defensive heal. Blind, forcing him to trick it out of Demon Hunter. For fast skills, that could be an opportunity for a kidney shot. Going for evasion instead. Oh, no, go for advantage instead. Does Cass go for Spectre Sight? He does go for Spectre Sight. Imprisoning fast skills. He needs to get out of there. Trying to shut a step past the Demon Hunter. Not going to happen. Blade Dance taking him out. He had a good lineup on Cass just now. Just couldn't quite commit the kill and end it all. And next up is going to be Keel up next versus Cass. Popping in Metamorphosis right now to counter the Metamorphosis from Cass. Gonna land a stun. Keel is already behind quite a bit of health. This Cass got a nice juicy opener on this Demon Hunter. Stun again from Keel. Reversal stun onto the blue team Demon Hunter. Prison onto Cass for a second. Breaks pretty quickly. Keel could be in a very bad spot right now. Actually completely exposed. He is actually vulnerable. Is gonna go down just to the dots. Rest in peace, Keel. Cass taking out 3 people back to back. We also got ourselves Sly with 2 kills. We got a literally came up, tried to tussle with Sly, about 1 million damage, couldn't quite pull it off. Assassination Rogues, too hard for Enhancement Shaman. First duel of the day, boys. Let's get another group going, yeah? Let's get another group up and running, boys. Yeah, I got groups up and running. You guys know how to do these. You know how to make them. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Dude, how did NA get so far ahead? Got 5? Perfect. Seavark got a group. Who wants to fuck with Seavark? I think Boris wants to fuck with Seavark. Full group, easy, let's go. I'm gonna try to make you guys queue against one another in a little bit more of a variety. Get a little bit, don't want to put 2 teams against one another over and over and over, right? I want to make sure there's some variety of who you face. I don't want to put like same team against another team over and over and over and over and over. That's just boring. Running in meta, dude, might as well, right? Running in meta. Running in the meta. Okay, I think I'm doing keys tonight, boys. I think I'm doing some keys tonight. So I'm going to be hitting up islands and slaving away in the islands. But I'm also going to hit up some keys. Let's see how good Outlaw is. I don't have any good corruptions, man, but I think it'll be fine. I do want to see the meta change, though. Switch. I want to see the meta, dude. I actually want to make a video on the meta of Mythic Pluses, or the best classes as derived by just about everybody on YouTube right now. What is the best? I don't think you should play best class. Play whatever you like. But I was thinking maybe make a video of like what is everybody deeming best classes right now on patch 8.3 so far. I think it's too early to tell, but you know, maybe. Alrighty, we got us a demonic on Team Blue. Blue. I like that mog. That's a good one. We also got Good in the back as a survival hunter. We got us Karma GG port as a Karma GG port with Trevor in the back. Nice cross swords in the back. Pedro as Pharaoh. Pedro, be out of stealth. Stealthy's be out of stealth unless you're dueling. On Team Red, we got us Boomasaur. Oh my god. That's a good looking helm for a corrupted. Well, if you're Affliction, that would only be icing on the cake. We got Seawork as well in the arcade. We got Fireworks going up first. Already Fireworks coming down by Pedro. How would you turn this around with a cheap shot? Shadow striking. Ooh, are we gonna see big blood of the enemy? Big fireworks out of fireworks. Looking like he's gonna get a set up to Pedro. Is playing the Crucible of Flame. Shadow stepping past Pedro. We'll introduce the rest of Team Red in just a moment while we're watching these two tussle. Heldrock is also on Team Red with Hesh as a Windwalker. Fireworks got himself Shadow Blades, wants to go for some big damage, open up by Pedro, and it's gonna get quite a good amount of procs down. That's gonna be Nightblade coming out for Fireworks, but he can't really commit with the rest of the damage onto Pedro. Look at the baby Shadow Step. Does get to Shadow Step Pedro while Thorns are up and running. Still, Shadow Blades no longer rolling actually for Fireworks. And Fireworks still has dots. Looking to get a sap onto Pedro. Needs to land the sap in order to get a proper opener. He's going to try to Phantomize him. That's a Phantomize. It's actually really good for his sub-rogues. You know why? Because Pedro does not get to get these openers. Ooh, somebody yard, cheap shot, get a shot, wobble combo. Fireworks put himself in a bad situation just now. That was a waste of Shadow Dance. Does he have another Shadow Step to get around Pedro? He does not. He's actually put himself in a bad spot. Mind advantage, looking to maybe get a shadowy duel. Does get a shadowy duel, but he's still... What? It looked like he got a shadowy duel with somebody, but Pedro still, I think he shadowy duel Pedro. I think he meant to target somebody, but he shadowy duel Pedro by accident. So Pedro got a big old mean bite in there. Either way, Fireworks came out, tried to show us some fireworks, and just kind of just died halfway through. That's unfortunate. That's really bad. That's really bad whenever you have like a firework go off or fireworks show, and one of them just doesn't go off prematurely, just stops. Very unfortunate. See, we're picking up eyes, looking for the kitty cat. Let's see if it does have an opportunity against Pedro to maybe use the blinks to kind of play monkey in the middle of Pedro. He does need to force out, he does need to bait out the stun and the skull bash out of Pedro so he can get easy arcane damage on him. If he's able to get a bunch of arcane missiles in a row, Pedro is going to have to force rotate cooldowns. But Pedro's looking already to just start the game off with a lot of running. Hopefully, see where I got some shoes on, some comfortable running shoes, man. Because you're going to be doing a lot of running back and forth. It might even be easier just to let Pedro get the opener on you. But he's looking to maybe pick up the eyes again. Pedro trying to stalk the eyes. Somehow getting caught out in the open. Don't really know what happened. Looks like Pedro's the one who's trying to push in. But nope. Going to back up immediately. Seavark needs to kind of stay close enough to Pedro where Pedro feels like he might be able to get any kind of setup onto Seavark. Needs to blink on top of the guy to maybe make him turn around. Is going to turn around. Walking away from the pillar. Don't give him any line of sight. And Seavark goes for more instant cast. Pedro does he go for a skull bash at all? I think Seavark needs to force out a skull bash at one point. Does knock out Pedro. Pedro is looking to maybe catch behind line of sight. Seavark is blinking in offensively. Trying to min-max the damage out here. Needs to go for arcane missiles around the corner. Is going to force out a skull bash out of Pedro. Nothing he can really do. Nova's him down. Needs to go for even more arcane barrages. That's going to be some kind of a weird Seavark effect coming out. I think it's actually a cloak thing happening for him. I think it's like just an extra effect from a cloak. I think it'll be used later in the raids and stuff, but we'll see. It's going to be Pedro getting smacked around with a couple more spells out of Seavark, but no missile barrages just yet. No arcane missile spam yet. Needs to force him out some more. Walking Pedro away from any line of sight. Needs to be doing good at that. He's going to get more arcane missiles. Not going for interrupts. Going to be a skull bash out of Pedro. As actually has Pedro super low. He's going to get himself a couple of different bites in there. And a couple of regrowths. Seavark got himself a bit of a temporal. Looking to maybe get some damage catch up on Pedro. But he does get a renewal up and running. Look at how healthy this man is. Healthy as a bull. Arcane missiles chasing him behind the pillar. Not enough damage. Guess it wasn't a proc kind of arcane missiles. Not clear casting type of arcane missiles. Let's see if I can still struggle to catch up to the Feral. All he can essentially do is just dot him. I hope he has enough blinks in order to get around. Pedro just running the whole time. Pedro, my dude, do you really think you're going to win by running? I think you need to go up and put some bleeds on Seavark. I think you need to give him a big old bite. I don't really know. I mean, he's prolonging the game into dampening, and I guess you could do that against a mage, because then the mage doesn't have healing, you have healing. But I don't really know, man. He just put himself up in a bad situation for the rest of his team. I mean, Karma GG port and Trevor both like dampening, or no dampening, because they need Karma to heal. Demoniac doesn't really need any, and Guru depends on how he plays. Nah, he kind of, survival hunters do kind of like low dampening because they can actually heal. They do have a legit heal. Looks to see if he's trying to get some dots up and running on Pedro, trying to see if he can barrage damage, but the line of sight is proving pretty detrimental for Siva. Quite a bit of damage onto Pedro out of nowhere, but he's just going for full line of sight, full defensive play. Good thing at least not the Underrot trinket. At least that's not in play right now, right? At least that is not in play. I think Siva needs to mount up and get on top of Pedro. And just basically stay next to him, almost in melee range. Going to be a Pedro opener. See if I does trick it out of that opener from Pedro. Needs to continue spamming slows onto the Pharaoh as best as possible. Needs to get right next to him in order to be like, yo, hit me, hit me, hit me. And then kind of just bait him out in order to see if he can go for a skull bash onto missiles. Pedro is going to go for even longer games though. 3% dampening. Looking to catch a reset. Does not get a proper one. Looking to get some bleeds final in Seawork, but he's just going to kite him around in the open. Pedro doesn't want to go behind the pillar, but Seawork where he's going, I mean, the pillar is just not looking like a good potential area. Seawork is trying to get himself some distance. Maybe a skull bash out of Pedro. Does he get a skull bash out? Actually, not even going for skull bash. This actually might be really bad for Pedro. Not taking the shot. Every one of those shots you don't take is 100% of the shots you miss. Still not trying to skull bash. Trying to save it as a back in the pocket type of secret play. Bash with the Seawork does land the bash, finally able to get some bleeds up and running. While the wall is up and running, it's going to be his last wall for a bit. No healing available for Pedro. No defensives either. Seawork is going to get himself a bit of a temporal. Going for a self-heal with a crucible, a flame, essence, more arcane missiles. He blinking around Pedro. Super low. Probably should have went for skull bash a lot earlier. Pedro is in a bad spot. Does he still hold on to a skull bash? Seawork is not barraging him with arcane missiles just yet. That's going to be arcane orbit. Seawork is trying to desperately catch up to Pedro. Pedro trying to get away. Has even popped offensive cooldowns while available for Pedro as well. He popped offensives. Is that just to get defensive? I don't understand what the offensives was. He popped CDs. Oh my goodness. Pedro, if you lose this, after popping all those CDs and after running for as long as he did, come on, guy. Seawork blanket right next to Pedro. He wants to go into melee. Seawork just needs to give him an unwinnable position. Bash into Seawork. It's better to take quite a bit of dot damage. He's looking to get those regrows. Big bite onto Seawork, which gonna put Seawork back a little bit. Pedro going for even more line of sight. Barely any health left. Wall up and running. His last wall available. Seawork is still taking the skiddy on the walk. He's continuing to match slows on the guy over and over. Regrowths are coming out for Pedro. Invis coming in for Seawork. Pedro does not have the best line of sight right now. Actually, not in a good spot, but somehow he was able to kite around Seawork. He went exactly where Seawork wanted to go, or didn't want him to be. So that was quite good. That was just predictability. Arcane missiles coming now for Seawork, still trying to make that play work. Shield is up and running for him. Just need to make sure he does not get hit with a skull bash by Pedro. Arcane missiles not going to be enough. Trying to get another set of arcane missiles flying. Not enough of damage. Pedro's rejuvenation is going to keep him alive. The regrowth is going to come into play. It is going to help him stabilize. And Seawork is just going to go for a little bit of food while he's got it. Does he have a trinket? He does. He could somehow get Pedro in a bad setup. Bash coming out for Pedro. Seawork trinkets out of it. No line of sight available for Pedro unless he starts running right now. Trying to commit some damage to Seawork with the root coming out. Seawork does need to get some damage onto Pedro. Gotta go for Crucible. It's gonna be arcane missiles. No Scout Bash available for Pedro for a while. Blinks around him actually. Oh my god, Pedro! You just got played. He just literally had to walk you out in the middle of nowhere. What is Hez doing over there? Did he go to laugh at him? I think he went to laugh at the guy. I don't have sympathies for that playstyle, Pedro. I'm sorry, man. I don't have sympathies. Trevor's going to be up next, though. Are we going to see this interesting, similar play? Are we going to see the kite similar play? Or is Trevor going to have to go? I feel like Trevor, I don't know. He'll probably play very similarly as a monk. It's a really good arena for pillar humping for monks here. There's so many potential. These upper areas where he can just put down a port. It's so good whenever a monk needs to back up. But I think it's actually going to be Trevor more like chasing after Seawork. Seawork could really dictate where they're going to fight. He could choose where he wants to fight him. He could actually fight as far away from the port as possible, next to the eyes or next to one of the rooms. He's gonna go for a little bit of Invis, try to see if he can catch himself a bit of a reset. Gonna be some AoE out of Trevor, almost like he knows what Seawork is at. And Seawork is just gonna wait out until Trevor's super far away, mounting up. Is Seawork going for some food? He's trying to get an eats, dude. That's gonna be a port available for Trevor if he wants to do it. That's going to be Nova missing for Seamark. Very unlucky. He is going to use a gnome racial just to take himself out of the slows. In cap to follow, though. That's probably going to be maybe an ice block on the Seamark. Is going to go for ice block. As damage comes out of Trevor without even touch of death coming out. Next touch of death could be really detrimental for Seamark. He's trying to go for arcane missiles back to back while blinking around. Actually turning the damage around on Trevor. Arcane Seamark just had a couple of good procs there with those nimble fingers, man. Making a work play just now. And he's still catching up on health as much as possible. He's actually catching up to be able to verse Trevor properly. Slows coming up for Trevor some more. Seamark is going to continue the slow trade Trevor. No, dude, Tigers is coming out as the Nova comes in. Knock up for Trevor. Seamark is just trying to guide Trevor around as best possible. Is going to go for Temporal as the touch of death takes down. 30% dampening is going to reduce the healing of Temporal. But it's still going to make it really good healing. Arcane missiles coming out in the open. And Trevor's actually looking to go for a port. Actually had to back up there for a second. Seamark does send one more Crucible of Flame in there. Interrupting Trevor, who's forced to walk out open to Seamark. Looking to maybe get a Karma in there. Does get the Karma. Trevor actually looking to go for some heal. Actually, no, getting some damage right now. Not going to go for healing. Seamark goes for a knockup. Needs to himself one more Arcane missiles. Does get a Nova onto Trevor. I think he's done for the count as Mally is rolling to Seamark. And Trevor is going to go down to those missiles. Seamark living it out for the next duel. Demoniac up next with a Shadow Step. Garrote onto Seamark. Getting a shot to follow. No way out of it for Seamark. Is that going to be Maledict to him? That's a Maledict. I think it's going to lock out the game. Seamark played him out as best as he could, but the poisons are going to be way too much, and Demoniac taking advantage of that opportunity. Next up is going to be what looks like Hesh, maybe? Maybe. Boomstar just slept. That's going to be cremation for Seamark. At least he got a warrior's death, right? Oh my god. Hey, it looks like it is going to be Hash up next, giving Demoniac a little bit of a, hey, what's up? How's it going? Demoniac running at him. And Hedge just attacks him immediately. Doesn't go for a bow or nothing. Demoniac should have been stealth either way, I guess. Does get a kidney shot onto Hatch after the Shadow Step. Does have evasion rolling too. Demoniac could max out that evasion, but it looks like Hatch is going to be still chasing after that evasion either way. In capital, Demoniac going to wait out that evasion a little bit. It's going to try to see if he can root him down. Demoniac increasing his own health with a battle mass to strength. And Hatch still has plenty of defensive. Demoniac just trying to backpedal a lot of that could vanish if he wanted to, and he's gonna eat a couple of those Fists of Furies either way. Blind onto Hatch. Why is lowish on health? I guess he was hoping to maybe get a trick out of Hedge. But Hedge is going to wait until the next kidney shot that will be the 100% guaranteed kill. Demoniac now without evasion, without a blind, without a vanish. So that's a lot of cooldowns that was really committed into this duel against the Monk. I don't really know if Demoniac can come back. I mean, there's not enough healing left. I mean, he would need to go for heals over and over and over. And then maybe use Shadow Step to see if he can get around Hedge or something. He'll need to push up, give him a shot in the opener. Trying to go for Vendetta, which is going to instantly force the trigger out of Hedge with the wall up and running. Trying to see if he can secure a kill on Demoniac right now. Locking him on a Fist of Fury. Clock shot is coming out for Demoniac. Going to be Alexio by Hedge. Demoniac does get to go down Hedge. Blinking back immediately as Karma GeForce trying to get on top of his ass. Immediately leg sweep. Immediately trying to max out the damaging cap onto Karma, however. And Hedge is looking just to get himself a port in order to get away from Kara in case he goes in for the hard chase. Looking to use the port immediately as soon as he's in a bad spot. Actually going to go for a dragon kick while he's got the mobility. It could be a opportunity for him to catch a couple of heals. He was deciding whether he wants to go for a heal or not. He's kind of like standing, walking, maybe deciding whether he wants to mount up or not. And Karma GeForce got his workout out for him. I think it would be best to pop a port somewhere and see if you might be able to kite Hedge in there. Actually, he does have a port right next to where Hedge is at. So if Hedge have a port, he knows how to port on top of him. So now both of the monks have plenty of cooldowns. Hedge trying to go for images. Fist of Fury coming out early. Karma trying to go for a Fist of Fury of his own. Parry for parry right now. It's going to be Ring of Peace. What looks like by a Hedge to disrupt Karma GeForce's Fist of Fury. And does disrupt it. Mally rolling onto Hedge. She does reflect majority of it into Karma GeForce. He's going to pop even more defenses in cap onto Karma right now. Hedge could go for big damage. Such as is going to come out. Does he have Alexio? He does have Alexio. Is the trick out of Karma GeForce. Trying to turn around his own Karma back into Hedge. Hedge is going to Karma that damage back into Karma. So Karma. So basically Karma is going to Karma, which is the worst way to put it in it, but it's going to be Karma GeForce trying to bail out. Hedge is on top of him. Let's see, put the Hedge right now. That just by Karma GeForce could actually have a setup right here. Fist of Fury coming down right now. If Hedge cannot stop the Fist of Fury, he might just be dead. Wall coming up right now. Oh, ends up killing Karma GeForce right before the touch the things. Karma GeForce just didn't survive long enough where Hedge would go down 100% guarantee to that touch of death. Gudo is up next in the short stun onto Hash. He doesn't have any defensive. Fist of Furies are flying, but that's going to be maybe some crucibles, maybe a pet kill command. He does land in Mally onto Hash. I don't think he really needed to. But Gudo does end up securing a kill onto Hash. And looks like it might be Held Rock up next as Boomastar is the last man standing, never getting played. Dude, he's just going for a nap. Look at him. He's just chilling casually in the back. I like that. Well, it looks like it's going to be Held Rock. Want to give Gudo a bit of an honor duel. But Gudo's already the one in camo. He was already the one in stealth, so Hash. It just go. Oh, Held Rock. I keep calling him Hash. So Held Rock is just going to let Gudo get the opener. Gudo landing the cheeky Crucible even out of stealth. Apparently, so Crucible does not take out a camo. Using Crucible out of camo, you can actually get damage. Like, it actually hit Held Rock, and now Gudo has an extra charge of Crucible. He can go for double Crucible later as a burst. And Held Rock is looking to charge at Gudo right now, going a bit of a long way in case there is a trap. He does force the pet to take all the traps, freezing trap onto Gudo's pet. It looks like it did break for a second. Stun to Gudo, he triggers out immediately. Held Rock also triggered out of the stun as well. No CC for either one of these. Held Rock, though, does have quite a bit of advantage onto Gudo and damage right now. Looking to disengage. Gudo not really looking like good as the Eagles are flying. Gonna go for Turtle Shell immediately. Is gonna go for a Feign Death as well as Mending Bandage. I don't really know. Disrupt your zone Mending Bandage, however, probably not a good idea. Held Rock should have the advantage. Gudo popping in CDs, trying to go for some damage. Doesn't have any health left at all. It's gonna be a freezing trap onto Held Rock for a second. Gudo just looking to get away while he's got cooldowns rolling, so that's very unfortunate with his health. The dampening at 15 minutes is 62%. Gudo not seeing Held Rock going from the other corner. It looks like it's going to be done for the count. Held Rock wins. Team Seavark wins that one. Seavark with that clutch plays against the Feral. Patron did more healing than damage. Why? This is why you should actually just get on top of the mage and put some really strong bleeds. Get a big Crucible. Like, you really need to get a strong opener on a mage. You can't just always keep running. You can't just always keep running. You have to turn around. You have to get yourself a big leap, big bash, really lock him down, put some big bleeds. Otherwise, you're just gonna, you're just gonna put yourself in the open. I mean, Pedro, that was just unfortunate how that went, man. All right, boys, let's get on the go. And who got a group up and running right now? I want to get some variety here. So Seavark just went against Boris. I'd want to have Night King not go against Illis yet. I'd want to get everybody else to play each other first before we start seeing you guys play against each other all over again. But who's got a group up and running now? Let me know in real ID. Let's see, we're both the same team this time around. Trim, where's Comedy Deport? He was on Boris's team. Should Seavark Escavad, the Rogue? More than welcome to it if you wanna. How can I join you? Morton, you're more than welcome to join any of the 5V5 1v1 Duels by hitting player versus player, Premier Group, Custom PvP, find a group, hit 5, enter. And you'll see some groups up and running by Night King and Body Count try to set up a team on Alliance and Horde over on the NA for Saturday and EU for Sunday. Spart has a group. Yo, Spart, hit me up, dude. Let me know. Spart with a group. Beautiful. Or you guys can make your own group too. That works as well. Make a 5v5 1 duels. And there we are. It looks like Night King is ready and so is Spart. So we'll get Night King versus Spart right now together. A variety. Spart, Night King, 5. Let's see how that turns out, dude. The Arcane Mage God versus the Frost DK, the Lich King himself. And I got a whisper. See what the whisper was about in just a moment. Let me get a sip of my water, boys. Sipping on a water. Can I participate? Switch. Yo, Duratsan from the chat. Everybody is allowed to participate in the 5v5 1v1 duels. They are community driven, community put, and communities get to run in them, man. Everybody and anybody is welcome. Everybody in the community is welcome. You guys are more than welcome to participate. We got ourselves Team Blue actually still putting together. On Team Red, we got Boomister going on Team Red with Chilpa as a Frost DK. We got ourselves Dark Messiah on a big old Froggo. Are you Frost? It is Frost DK. We got ourselves Cassax as a Demon Hunter and Peaches of Feral on Team Blue. We are missing a guy, but we're going to go through with Gritchen as, I want to say, Fury Warrior. He's got to just spazzing all over the place. Lucron's Demonology Warlock. Looks like Lucron might be going on first. None given playing that furry Volpera Hunter. And we got Spart as the Arcane Mage with a legendary, dude. Let's go. Lucron going up first versus Chilpa's going to hit him with a bit of a fear. Putting out the shot of bolts. Going to have to get the imps up and running. Going to be a flank for Lucron actually trying to get gripped by Chilpa's or maybe a stun. And Chilpa's was not able to get any kind of damage. And Lucron popping out more pets up and running, trying to get even more imps. Stun to Lucron. He does get a horror effect onto Chill Pills getting even more pets up and running. Guardian of Azeroth is up. It's going to be the Felguard coming out with a stun. It's going to get Demar Tard, maybe a second stun on Chill Pills. Could be IBF and Chill Pills taking quite a lot of damage. Look at you go for Chance Fusion. Big AMS. Massive healing through all this damage. He just waited, took it, and let himself take all that damage. Malik rolling Chill Pills right now as the pets are slapping him around. It's going to get an interrupt onto the Tyrant. Look at you line aside the pets a little bit, but Lucron is keeping him out in the open, trying to keep him baited out in the open. Going to get a fear on Chill Pills as he gets some even more further cooldowns rolling. Going to be fear again on Chill Pills as Lucron trying to get more hand cooldowns to get more imps up and running, more demon dog is up and running too. But Chill Pills out was a huge play with that transfusion, by the way. Again, as I said before, Death Knights and Death Strikes, the more damage you take, the more healing you do. And you pop Transfusion to amplify that healing even more. IBF and Death Pact out of Chill Pills, putting his health a little bit in necrotic as he's trying to get some damage onto Lucron. Lucron popping out his own health, pumping up a little bit more with also a Warlock Hellstone just to help it a little bit. Chill Pills got himself Transfusion rolling, gonna be quite nice and healthy. Lucron going for Reflect, so Chill Pills cannot interrupt him at all. As the Reflect can actually reflect the Death Knight CC, the Death Knight kick. And Lucron gonna get even more pets up and running. All he can really do is get more demon hand cooldowns in there. Chicken coming out of Chill Pills out of the pet stun from Lucron. And Chill Pills, he does have AMS if he needs to, if he feels like he's ever an issue. Lucron still continuing to try to get more pets up and running, hanging out next to the Warlock Gateway in case things go bad. AMS up and running for Chill Pills. Lucron not literally looking all that good. Might have to go hit Chill Pills with a horror effect or something. Trying to go for a fear. Not going to be an interrupt on Chill Pills, however. Stun. Lucron cannot get out of it. Might be enough damage on you, but Chill Pills looking to get away from the guy immediately trying to get a fear, and that's going to be Chill Pills taking him out at the very end. Chill Pills just brute force his way through Lucron. The pets do not do enough damage for the Warlocks, especially Demonology. The only one that really does Tyrant and all the big summon pets, but like the imps, they do very, very little damage. The demon doggers, they do very, very little damage. They really let you set up for a big go, but that's really about it. Stun on Chill Pills right now as None Given is just trying to get himself a little bit of opportunity just to get away from Chill Pills. He does have the pet to Death Strike off of, so as long as he has something to hit, he'll be in a good spot. Chain of Ice under None Given, so you can finally match up and catch up. Freezing Trap is going to stop him in a pretty dope-ass animation, honestly, as the Death Strike comes out. And Chill Pills looking to increase his own health a little bit, try to get a Merciless Winter, finally going into None Given, is going to hit him with a stun as the Tricky comes out of the Hunter. Chill Pills just needs to stay up and drop and None Given the whole time, though. Not given actually having to use Crucibles in order to get himself a self-heal. Not really getting away from Chill Pills, not really trying to. That's going to be a little bit of a survival of the fittest defensive, which is a pretty long, like 2-minute defensive for None Given. Rotating that before he rotates any other defensives, not a heal. And Chill Pills just needs to stay on top of None Given the whole time. None Given will have a longer cooldown for all his defenses, but also that trinket. Freezing Trap on the Chill Pills, he does trinket out of it. Next stun could be bad for him as he still continues to drop lower and lower in health. None Given actually just continuing to survive, barely taking any damage from Chill Pills whatsoever. And Chill Pills is the one having to play very defensive here. None Given doesn't really have a lot of health to really work off of. But now None Given is the one taking more damage than the Death Knight, starting to actually take a little bit of hits here and there. I don't even know, was that just Chill Pills not really ramping up the damage? Or was that None Given like self-healing himself? This is going to go for Exhilaration. Chill Pills got himself every defensive up and running, and it's going to be Transfusion rolling as well. Is it Chill Pills the one that has the corruption, or is it None Given that has a corruption? It's really hard to tell, because one of them definitely has a corruption. I think it is None Given. I think he got the endless formless. I think he got the AoE one. Oh my god, that corruption effect is so strong. It doesn't look like it's doing too much damage to Chill Pills, but it is keeping None Given pretty offensive, I guess. It is at least able to get some sort of pressure. Plus his pets is also out in the open. But Chill Pills is just struggling to keep himself afloat the whole time. He's just going for more Death Strikes than anything. Stun onto None Given might be able to allow Chill Pills to get offensive and turn the damage around. Maybe more Frost Strikes than Death Strikes. None Given is just going to use Crucible defensively. It feels like Chill Pills' damage is just not enough compared to the healing that None Given is doing. Whether it is Crucible healing, whether it is the pet healing, like a Beastmaster pet heal. Like Chill Pills just actually cannot break through that healing whatsoever. Look at that hot. I mean, as soon as None Given puts it out, Chill Pills trying to ramp up the damage. Like that hot does a little bit more healing than Chill Pills does damage. So it's just like, I wonder if Chill Pills needs to get super hyper offensive here. Got himself another trinket out of yet another CC. Gonna be able to get himself ramped up a little bit in the Remorseless Winter category, but then he's going back to those death strikes immediately. And given action taking finally a bit of damage from his Remorseless. Gonna be stunned while Remorseless still up and running. Chillpills actually might have ramped it up pretty hard. Could be a turtle shell. No turtle shell available. Not given. Could be going down here. Chillpills just did 3 more globals. Finally was able to get himself a good setup. Needed to get himself a pretty big Remorseless Winter. Really went committing a lot of offensive pressure, trying to get through his runes ASAP, trying to extend the Remorseless, and that paid off. It was a longer duel, but it did pay off in the end. Transfusion coming out is Gritchen going up next. Gritchen could turn this around and Chillpills. He can just force him to play super hyper defensive right now and just unload, unleash damage. Chillpills does need to sacrifice globals in order to go for more healing rather than damage. Gritchen just needs to get himself a charge, heal left and right with a bloodthirst. 6 minutes in, 7% dampening. In just a minute or two, we'll start to see the healing get heavily reduced. So these guys need all the healing they can get right now. Gritchen going for a massive heal right now. Does Chillpills have an answer for it? Actually, just gonna let Gritchen get a basically almost a full heal. Another bloodthirst is needed. Gritchen, I think, almost tried to get another bloodthirst in. I think he messed up one of the globals or two. Chillpills, though, should be able to finally get some damage rampant on to Gritchen. Got a Remorseless Winter rolling. Got himself some cooldowns rolling. Stun to Gritchen. Just to get him locked in here for a second. Letting himself get the damage up and running. The frost damage actually doing quite a lot. Gritchen's going to leap out and charge right back into the madness. Get himself a big old heal. What kind of a corruption effect does Gritchen work? I don't even know. It looked like he maybe was running one of the weapons because they look really cool. But I don't think it's a weapon. It looks like he has maybe some base one, but I can't really tell. It's probably like a haste increase, master increase or something. Has to be, right? Either way, that corruption is not going to be enough to save him, as Gritchen does go down. Chill Bane with 3 dude. Eventually we got Spart to deal with. That's going to be Sparticle, who probably should have the most advantage here against Chillpills, as long as he can keep him at bay. And with those Novas, it should be quite easy. Chillpills got himself Grip, Stun, and Chains of Ice, and Spart should be able to get around it. AMS up and running for Chillpills. He does have himself a moment of respite. A moment of invulnerability. Spart trying to land a polymorph on Chillpills. He's going to trick it, Grip, Spart in. That's going to be a perfect opportunity for a blink right now. And it's still going to try to land a polymorph for Chillpills. I guess he's just going to wait out his cooldowns. Spart gets some damage of his own, though. He's going to get a Crucible in there, trying to see if he can maximize the damage of the Chillpills. He's already in melee range, getting those death strikes, slamming in. Spart still trying to get himself as many instant casts as possible. Chillpills, though, does have a massive transfusion. Spart separating each other for a moment with a knock-up. But he needs to use the blinks at the right time. Going to be a Nova on to Chillpills. He breaks out of it pretty quickly. Is going to stop those chain of arcane missiles immediately. Try to see if he can land a polymer for Chillpills as he's trying to recover in some health. Not going offensive with Spart. Finally, Remorseless Winter coming out. Chillpills got himself quite a bit of cooldowns rolling. That's going to be an interrupt onto Spart, actually. No AMS available for Chillpills. Spart is getting attacked by the Frost. It damaged quite a bit, actually. Spart finally able to get himself the range he needs. Is he going to go for food? Gonna have to go for a bit of recovery. 20% dampening, though. Chillpills is still managing to maintain those death strikes back to back to back. And he's going to get himself one more Remorseless Winter. He's going to grip Spart on top of him, trying to min-max the damage and value of Remorseless Winter. Unable to catch up to Spart, stuns him out in the open, does not get to get next to the guy. Very unfortunate. So Chillpills will have to wait a little bit until the next Remorseless. Might be able to pair that one with a Pillar of Frost. AMS coming up for Chillpills just so he can get himself some setup. A big Remorseless Winter rolling up. Spart is actually really feeling that one a little bit. Polymorph coming out onto Chillpills. Does not have a way out of it. And Spart not really looking all that good right now. 8 minutes in. Almost 9 minutes in with 24% dampening. We are going to see some healing reductions. Chillpills is unaffected though. Chillpills out of everybody is still unaffected. Spart still unable to get any big setups onto Chillpills. No mass missiles or anything. Does get a Nova onto Chillpills, who's still trying to keep Spart slow with a Chain of Ice. He's just making sure to use this Chain of Ice and cooldown if he has to. There's going to be some cooldowns out of Spart finally. Able to get Chillpills down to about half his health. Transfusion coming out for the death, though. Spart needs to separate from him in order to be able to get a big setup. Chillpills got himself huge cooldowns rolling. Isn't so stunned to Spart. He's going to force an Ice Block out of the guy. Spart now has really no defenses left at all. He's going to get himself one cast and one barrage on Chillpills, but he got himself the death back. Some of his health is necrotic, but he can AMS it if he's really feeling like he's losing a lot of health. But he's got himself a full health pull. Spart hovering about 20% health. No Ice Block, no nothing. Try to go for Archimus at the end. But that's about all he has. Chillpills just unbeatable right now. He's going to get himself Eye up and running against Vinci immediately. Vinci popping in the big Maledict on the Chillpills. He popping an AMS for that immediately. So Vinci, if he hasn't popped his Vendetta, now Chillpills has nothing. He doesn't have IB up. He doesn't have Death back. He doesn't have AMS. The next Vendetta should be able to shred through him. Eventually getting hit with a stun. He needs to find a way to get a trick out of Chill Pills, then he'll be good to go. Looks like Chill Pills is the one kind of playing defensive. He's not really pushing at Vinci. He's actually trying to back up. Evasion coming down for that transfusion. Perfect opportunity for Vinci to really max out the damage. Good. Cloaker Shadow just sit on Chill Pills. He's trying to min-max the damage. Smoke Bomb coming out, get a shot on Chill Pills. It does trick it out of it. No evasion available anymore for Vinci. Chill Pills still trying to death strike through this 34% damage. Barely in hell. Still trying, and that's going to be a poison bomb at the end to take him down. Chill Pills. Finally, is a Frost DK Juggernaut going down for the count. Nothing left for eventually to CC cast off of him. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of that game. Oh my god, so many builds go through. Chipla's got so much healing out of himself. But also the damage, he did last quite a while. The healing though is just insane. Although the healing, of course, again, scales to the damage you take. So if they're able to heal right after they take a huge hit, like with Lucron, even better healing. So I guess that one makes sense if you play it right? If you play it carefully. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one going. Let's get another group up and running. 1056, beautiful. I'm more of a BG player, so often getting some heals running on full HP. You got to hit Frost Strikes? Yeah. I feel you in that, dude. I feel you in that. Frost Strikes don't really do that. I mean, Frost Strikes should do a lot more damage now in this patch, but we'll see. The healing scale and the damage you take versus the death strike should be blood only. You know, I actually don't disagree with that, Kara. Might be a good idea to just keep it a blood only mechanic. I think it is cool for Unholy and Frost to utilize that mechanic, but in PvP can... Well, I say that, but how many Frost DKs do we really see in PvP? It's usually Unholy, and not because they heal, but also because they do so much damage. Frost takes a while to get that damage. It's like a Feral. Like, Frost is like a Feral. It's like really good in duels, but do you ever see it outside of duels, really? Not often. But in a plain 1v1, it's not completely terrible. I don't know. Maybe they should keep it, maybe they should take it out. I think somebody in Blizzard will figure that out later. We got Night King. Yep, I know you're still ready, my guy. I think she's still perfectly calculated if you're actually ready to listen. Being Sylvanas Lolis helps a lot in the game itself, and you're quite a different perspective. What? Are you guys talking about lore? New match soon? Yep. As soon as we get another group of 5 up and running. Who else got a group, boys? Let me know in real ID right now if you have a group of 5. Boris, Seavark. We got Illus Turk. We got Spart. Let me know when you guys are ready. How to rot a Frost DK. You can't burst them unless you're out of RP. I think I have to either burst them down and just like pop it, disarm them maybe when they pop in heal. I have to CC them when I'm trying to heal. I guess some classes have it easy, some classes have it harder though, right? We're the E-girls. Yo, we get the E-girls in here, boys. Someone said Unholy Heals would be Leech and weakened version of Death Strike. It removes dots. I think how that'll work. What? Unholy Heals should be Leech and a weakened version of Death Strike. It removes dots. Never heard of that before. We just had a lore discussion while Chilpa took everyone out. Yeah? I'm fine with that. Feel like fun? Ah, it sounds good, Sparticle. Lucron is the one that has the lead. Ellen Dilly with 5 ready. We gotta get Ellen Dilly versus Night King then. Night King's team. We gotta give him one more match right after. And then Lucron will be the lead for the next one. Also, so the Bathwater $15. Let's go, dude. We got the E-boy Brandon here, boys. Better than any girl you've seen. Versus back ahead visions. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Lore. Seavark looks like he won full rogue. Okay. Makes sense. He is with a group with Body Count and Ellen Dilly. Interesting, interesting. Twitch. Alright, let's take a look at Team Red one more time. We got ourselves Boom, who's still aching to just play one game. He hasn't got to play once at all. Chill Pills in the back of the Frost DK. We got ourselves another Frost as Dark Messiah, Cass, and Peachy as a Feral versus Team Rogue with Body Count as I wanna. I think you're those are literally balls. Your dagger balls are showing. Seaworks also has a sub rogue. I think one should go up first. Fireworks also the sub rogue. Lots of sub rogues all of a sudden. Rose XO is Ellen Dilly. And we got Thunder Suit. Pandaren Mage. Why is that helmet so goddamn big on you? Oh my god. It looks like it is going to be Seaworks versus Boomasaur. Off the bat, not gonna go easy on you. Boom has been waiting to play himself a good old game, and he loves staring right through. Rogue Shadow Strike to Boomasaur, double Shadow Strike to follow him. That's gonna get hit with a fear. Not even gonna go for a succubus CC. He just gotta let himself get feared with a Casble. Punish him right after with a stun. Man, that's gonna be Mally to follow. Incinerate right after. Seawork, how would you go for Cloaker Shadow so early? Boom, just slap those butt cheeks so fast. And Seawork is gonna have to get himself a full reset. Could go on to Boomasaur right now as he doesn't have any more CC left for a bit. Needs to go while the fear is on DR. Boom! There's a reason why he's backing out of here completely. There's a reason why he's just backing away from the rogue. He knows more or less where he's at. And Seaworks, he's standing right on top of the pet. Oh, he was standing right on top of the pet. It's gonna be Shadow Blades for Seaworks. Is he gonna go for Smoke Bomb with the pet? And Boom making sure to move the pet around. Is going to go for a succubus CC. Seawork, is he going to trick it out of this? Yeah, Shadow Blade's rolling. He wants to go for some damage, but he can't. And Boom is going to be the one to get the answer every single time. He's going to get a Casbolt at Seawork. Smoke Bomb coming out with an Infernal dropping into that smoke. But he's like, I don't want you to feel lonely inside of the Smoke Bomb, so I got you a friend. But Seaworks is going to get himself a Vanish off. The dot for Immolate is still running. Looks through the pet. It's going to keep him in combat. Boomstar got himself a nice setup. The pet was in a good position to keep Seaworks in combat and keep him from re-stealthing. As Boomstar is getting a couple pot shots here and there. The Infernal doing quite a bit of dot damage too, with its immolation aura, just radiating the fiery damage to Seaworks. Gonna be a little bit of a rain of fire, which is gonna buff up the Casbolts for Boomasaur. It's gonna go for a fear into Seawork as the Infernal dissipates. It's gonna give him some base Casbolts, but it's better than nothing. With a stun onto Seawork, who's gonna trick out of the stun, more damage onto the rogue, just punishing him, just forcing him away, making him run in fear, and then punishing him from so far away. Blind onto Boomasaur. Seawork needs to get himself a dot onto Boomasaur. Needs to go for some damage actually. Needs to build the comp points off of the pet at least. He should be going for it. I think he has enough for a Nightblade. He just doesn't want to get caught in the CC chain. But he needs to go as soon as he gets hit with a kidney. Kidney shot onto Boomasaur. Sheep shot onto the pet. Finally able to get himself a bit of a Nightblade. Boom taking quite a bit of damage, but it's going to be a succubus CC. No! Oh, Seawork every time is trying to go for damage. I think you need to go as soon as you get hit with a fear. I think you need to go as soon as you get hit with a fear. Just go in, get hit with a fear. After the fear, go in for damage. Because what is he going to do? Succubus CC after that? He ain't. DR'd. He's going to have to Trinket, maybe Horror, with a Death Coil. And Seawork is going to have to wait until the DRs are back off. He just keeps lining up the kidney, then getting hit with a CC, dude. Now every single kidney is going to get hit with a fear or with a Succubus CC, man. It's just tough. It's just tough. So the sub and hits on a feral, but people make it work. Yeah, true, boys, true. Boomasaur getting that Shadow Fear into Seawork with a Cataclysm and popping that Incinerator with a Crucible. Seawork is gonna have to play the Petra style, the feral gameplay of lying behind the pillow and hoping to survive. Mally rolling up onto Seawork. He could get the pet on top of it. He's gonna get the slows in there. Boomasaur just needs to get a little bit of a lightness out of Seawork. He's still just trying to buy himself as much time as humanly possible. Buy himself as much time as he can. Boomstar, Trinket coming up in 13 seconds. Like, he actually just going to push in and be a little bit more reckless because he knows he can Trinket. Fear to Seawork, he does vanish out of it. Oh, finally caught himself at reset. But Boomstar is not going to let it slide. He's going to pick up the eye immediately. Oh man, as a rogue main, I feel you, Seawork. I feel that frustration just building up and welling up inside of your chest cavity, just waiting to burst out, but no one is letting you play the game. As Boomstar just got the CC for days, it's like, oh my god. This is why a rogue believes that Desert Warlock is just the most busted class ever. The CC they have on you with the roots and the fears and everything is just nuts. Seawork actually getting clapped up by a bit of damage just now with an Infernal dropping down to half his health, popping himself as much healing as possible. Could go for a Boomstar right now. Cloak of Shadows could go offensive right here, really pushing some damage, but he's looking to catch a full reset. Casbolt almost coming out at him. I think he tried to go, oh, Shadowy Duel with Cass. Looking to catch himself a little bit of a reset. Shadowy Duel for now allowed. For now, Shadowy Duel is still allowed. But getting caught in the rain of fire, should have brought an umbrella. At least the Infernal is down, but Seawork still getting hauled out in a fear. After the horror, Trinket's out of it, interrupting Boom on fire. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that was just a little bit of a reactionary It might have been a little bit of a reaction to Shadow Step interrupt. Just out of frustration. Blinded Boomster, he's going to be cool as a cucumber. He knows that he's making this Rogue's life so difficult. Get a shot onto Boom. Looking to go. Oh, Succubus CC coming down. It actually stopped for a second. Shadow Seavark actually able to get some damage. Boomster is going to trick it out of the next cheap shot and get a fear onto Seavark. He does get interrupted somehow. How do you interrupt a fear and still get fear? Blizzard, what's going on? What is the spell batching stuff? Is this vanilla? Is this a vanilla spell batching? Cataclysm on the Seawark while Mally is rolling. Not a lot of healing available for him. Boomster looking to beat him on one side while the pet is whipping him on the other. He's getting Succubus whipped into a horror effect with a Kizball gonna smack him right in the face. Interrupted it actually at the very last second. And now looking to still get a little bit of a reset. Needs to go for some damage to the Boomster right now, I'd say. After that interrupt, needs to go for damage right then and there. It's going to try to get a stun onto Boomasaur, going for Shadowy Blades. It's going to be Succubus CC trying to go interrupted, does break out of it somehow. Don't know how that happened. Cheap shot onto Boomsaur yet again, trying to get those Eviscerates back up, and finally starting to come back with some damage. Unable to get the big hits yet, unable to get a clean hits yet onto Boomsaur, but he did force a trinket out of the guy. If you can force a wall out of him, and then continue doing that, continue doing work, it should be in a good spot. Get him in the fear. Perfect opportunity for Seavark to go for some damage. Boom! It's gonna go for damage of his own. This is gonna be a Casbolt, but it's gonna be vanished out of Seavark. Seavark needs to come in as soon as he gets hit with the fear. He's gonna be less than DR if the Succubus does go for some CC. Horror effect to Seavark. Boomsaur got him so huge Casbolt. Cataclysm around the corner with a Shadow Fury. Does not get Seavark. He does go for a Cloak of Shadows. Oh, this is where he goes for a kidney shot. Looking for the pet. Looking for the pet Succubus CC. Walking the Succubus CC for a little bit further. Actually, walk the Succubus even further. Seavark. Shadow Meld there halfway through? I think he might have Shadow Melded halfway because the Succubus just kept running. He was going to get a cast out, but then kind of stopped. I don't really know. And Boomsaur took a little bit of damage, but not enough to panic. Not enough to cause alarm. Not enough to pop in a wall. Seavark is still doing fine. Is going to get a Shadow Step. And the Shadowy... Oh, dropping down the Infernal on top of Seawark. He knew exactly where he was going to be, actually. That was so big brain for Boomsaur. He knew he wasn't going to go to Boomsaur. He knew that Seawark was going to go try to go away. This Infernal combo, though, might be enough. Doing the dot damage, radiating damage, evasion coming out for Seawark. Just trying to deal with Infernal. Could be a kidney shot into Boomsaur. Not going to happen. Casbolt trying to come out. Kidney shot into Boom. He trick inside of immediately. Trying to go for a fear. Cheap shot by Seavark. Trying to go for a last ditch effort. Maybe that could be it. Trying to get some damage into Boomsaur. Fear get it interrupted. Seavark is going to hit with an Emily. Could be a Casbolt out of Boomsaur for all we know. Succubus CC. The pet does dissipate. I think he actually cancels out his own Infernal. Just to make sure the CC doesn't get broken. And a Casbolt smacks on the side with a wall with a stun. And that's going to be just a little bit more fire damage out of Boom. Down goes Seavark after all that effort. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the? What the hell is this? What the hell? Okay. Boomasaur or Seavark did play a very, very long resetting game. I guess we could be like, oh, make a big deal about it. I'm not that kind of guy. It's gonna be a kick for body count. He does not. Oh, goes for Shadow Meld onto Boomasaur, trying to play up the subtlety as well. We'll see if his sub can match up to Boom. It's going to be a little bit of a Dark Soul stability. Ooh, with a Casbolt flying a body count. 20% dampening though. Boomasaur needs to be watching out his own health now. So does body count. He still has Cloak of Shadows and Advantage if things ever really go bad. Needs to really push up some damage onto Boom. We'll see if a Subro can actually do anything to Boomsaur. It's going to be Mally getting traded for both of them. As body count goes for a Cloak of Shadows, trying to get some dots onto Boomasaur into a DFA. Does still get hit with a Succubus. You see the DFA did quite a bit of damage though. Got Boomasaur to about half his health. Casbolt's still gonna fly with a Cataclysm out of Shadow Fury onto body count. Not a lot he can really do about it. Wait, did he even get hit by Cataclysm? I think Boomasaur actually canceled the Kata. Ooh, Casbolt, does he land? Does he land? He does not land. He does get a little bit line of sight at the last second. Body count looking to get a setup. Should be going for more setups as soon as possible, as soon as the kidney shot is available, man. Fear onto body count. That's actually quite good because next setup he might be able to not get CC'd by a Succubus CC nearly as long. Kidney shot onto Boomasaur. He's going to go for a setup. Boom can't even go for Succubus CC. It's going to be super DR. DFA to follow. Does quite a bit of damage to Boomasaur with a cheap shot right after. That's going to be... Oh... Wait. Did I just see something on the screen said leap target for where Infernal was going to drop? I might want to rewind that. I think we actually can see the inner workings of the game with that. That was so weird. Body count going for a little bit of reset. 9 minutes in. The Starbrogues are relentless, dude. They don't want to give up. The Succubus, however, is gonna get him out of stealth. Boomasaur still has an Infernal, but it's not gonna get that much value. Shadow Fury onto body count, does get the dots up and running. Maybe he can get a fear off of that. Does get a fear. The Infernal does dissipate. Does get a big chaos bolts coming out for Boomersaur with a Cataclysm into the enemy team. So sorry, the enemy team. It's gonna be maybe another fear. Does get interrupted on the fear. Chaos bolt could come out. Actually, no chaos bolt not coming out. It's gonna be a big body count with the blood of the enemy. Go for a DFA onto Boomersaur, dropping him down close to half health. It's a horrific chicken coming out for body count just to continue the cheap shot spree. Looking to get as many eviscerates in it as possible. The big DFAs with the blood of the enemy does try to make it work. It's going to be capable to turn around the body count. He does actually line aside while going for a blind onto the Succubus pet. There's so much things happening, but body count actually might have a Boomersaur where he wants him. The next setup he actually could have it. Shadow Blades could be huge right here. He doesn't have a big, he doesn't have the huge blood of the enemy anymore, but still, this could be good. Does land a sap on the Boomsaur. If you could somehow find the pet, the Succubus, and sap that, that'd be perfect. If you could somehow find the Succubus pet and sap it and get a perfect opener onto Boomersaur with a kidney shot, that would be perfect. But I think the only way he will do that is maybe if he goes to pick up the eyes and then vanishes in his eyes. That'd be too weird. Oh, actually, oh, his pet isn't stealth though. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see the pet. I was gonna say you could sap the pet, but he doesn't see it. Shadow Blade's available for body count. Wants to go for a setup. Is he gonna go maybe for a kidney shot onto this pet and go? Oh, Boomersaur is gonna resummon the pet. Never mind. Body count could still catch a reset and maybe sap the pet before he goes into stealth. Maybe? Sap it? Does he get to him? Maybe? Cooldowns are up for Boom. Oh no, I guess he's just gonna have to wait it out. Trinket almost available for Boom. Wall is back up and running. He can tank up this damage this rogue got. We'll see where we go from there. Yeah, Boom is just like, he's over it, dude. He's over these rogues, man. He's over these rogues. He gotta understand the rogues want to win. Mally going up on the Boomersaur. Blood of the enemy coming out. Full body count. Is he gonna go for huge damage? Wall up and running for Boom. He's gonna go for a vanish, actually. Boom took a little bit of damage. That wall did keep him nice and healthy. That was a big blood of the enemy out of body count, though, with Cloak of Shadows. That was a lot of damage trying to commit. Forced out a big defense out of Boomersaur. He's gonna have a chicken for the next one. Picking up the eyes, trying to stay proactive to catch these rogues. Body count should be aware that the Succubus is coming out at him any moment. Does he get a Shadow Step? He goes for a Smoke Bomb. Could maybe get a Shadow Step onto Boomersaur. Gonna go for maybe... Oh, Calm Flag Raid is gonna stop him in place. He's gonna get another Shadow Step interrupt onto Boomersaur. Succubus CC coming out. Still gonna get hit by full Succubus CC. Interrupt those fears. Probably not a good idea. And the Chaos Bolt is gonna smack it from a distance with an Infernal Cataclysm off of that Shadow Fury. Malignant to follow. No Cloak of Shadows available. That's gonna be Fury into another Chaos Bolt for free. Actually goes for a Shadow Mill for just a second. Catching a restyle. Boomsaur still going for the Chaos Bolt. Might be enough right here to take down body count. So much damage. Sage Chicken poking out at 47% dampening. Barely anything in healing. Rain of Fire on one side. Blind onto Boomsaur on the other. I think body count still is going to go down to just the Infernal. Unless he somehow survives. Evasion is up. Evasion is up. Does he go down though? But does he go down? Succubus CC and Boomersaur, I think he got himself he's just so reveling in this win right now, dude. 2 rogues for 2 at 13-minute mark. 49% dampening. It looks like Rose XO is going to be next up as a Red Paladin. Full blast and Boomersaur. Boom not having wall. Might actually put him behind against Rose XO. It's going to be a Paladin with full wings and cooldowns. Chicken coming out for Boomersaur immediately off of the Hodge. Wings coming out for Rose XO. He's going to get hit with a horror effect. Could bubble right now any moment. Could bubble anytime. Is that a rebuke on a Rose? I think it might have been a rebuke. So it's going to be a perfect opportunity for Boomersaur just to walk him out of there with double fear and Shadow Fury right after. And it's going to be a chicken for Rose XO. Does Boom go for a port? I think he doesn't have a gateway anymore. He's going to go for a little bit of root onto Rose XO. Try to go for a bit of drain life. And it's going to be maybe Casble to come out for Boomersaur sometime soon. Looking to maybe just run away from Rose for a little bit. Kite him around a little longer. Maybe wait until he has a horror effect back up and running. More wings coming out for Rose XO. And I think Boomsaur is down for the count, man. Not a lot you can really do. Drain life trying to come out. And does end up taking out the Warlock Boomersaur. Next up is going to be Darkness Out trying to make it play as a Frost DK. Got all the cooldowns running. It's going to be Human Rachel to get out of that stun. That's going to be Rose taking a lot of damage. Might need to bubble here right now. Lots of setup by this Frost DK just shredding through. The Paladin Rose having to go for flashlights at 56% dampening, though not a lot you can really do. Wow, this game's really ramped up and kicked up, huh? People are just dying real quick with this higher dampening, huh? There's still a lot of people on Team Red to go through. Rose just trying to see if he can get away from Dark Messiah, who's going to go for a death pack just to increase his own health pool. And Rose looking to get away from the DK. He could mount up and chase. He probably should mount up and chase because Rose is going to go for flashlights as much as possible. You need to get on top of him. Get the remorse into rolling because Rose literally got nothing left. Maybe a normal trinket, but that's about it. A hand of freedom for Rose. Is going to be able to use that head of freedom with the extra mobility it provides just to get away from the DK. Is going to go for that death. He's going to go for... What's it called? He's gonna go for Death Advance in order to catch up to Rose. I was gonna be Bop up for Rose, but still the frost damage really goes through. The frost damage isn't gonna sit long at all. Dark Side just needs to grip the DK out of there. He keeps jumping around. You're not gonna be able to grip while jumping. Rose trying to pop some wings. IBF coming down for Dark Side just to tank up this damage as he got himself even his own cooldowns rolling. Rose has Shield of Vengeance if he wants to. That's not gonna be a big shield, so it's not gonna be a big pop. Dark Side popping that AMS to counter the Shield of Vengeance. He actually counters it almost perfectly, but Rose still got a little bit left on that Shield of Vengeance. Dark Side is gonna get the shield to pop in his face. Does go down. Rose somehow is still alive with shield pills up next from one DK threat into the other. Shield pills trinkets out of the stun immediately. Rose does not have a lot left in defense. I think he's done for the count. And down he goes. Shield pills versus now what looks like Fireworks going in as a sub rogue with Shadowy Blades. Cheap shot on shield pills immediately. He's going to go for IBF as well as Deathpack just to increase his own health. But Fireworks trying to pop an invasion. Is probably going to be a trinket out of that stun. No, not going to happen. Fireworks actually just going to wait that trinket for a little bit. He still has Shadowy Blades. And he's waiting for Deathpack to be out for Chupa. He's actually going to Shadow Step next to somebody. I think Shadow Step next to Cass and went for a Shadowy Duel. Cass probably shouldn't have been out of position then. Yeah, Cass probably shouldn't have been out of position. They gave Fireworks a free reset, dude. Without needing to use Vanish. Cheap shot onto Chill Pills. They're going to go for a big setup right now. Cheap shot and cheap shot and cheap shot. Transfusion coming out for Chill Pills and Fireworks just looking to run away. Looks like this man is just sprinting out of there. Kind of lagging. Kind of sort of lagging. The Chill Pills goes for a bit of a Remorseless Winter. Not clip. Does he clip Fireworks? I don't think he does clip him actually. Wow, he's lagging really bad. Holy crap. I don't know what's going on his end. Or maybe just my end. That's a pretty big lag. 60 minutes though, 70% dampening, boys. So this is good. It's going to end so fast. If Chill Plus can ever just catch up on top of Fireworks. But something tells me this rogue is going to have to prolong this a little bit longer, like the other rogues did. Chill Plus is going to hit with a cheap shot opener. It's going to be maybe double cheap shot. Going to go for a little bit of an AMS. Blind coming out. Fireworks is trying to desperately force cooldowns on Chill Pills. I think Chill Pills has been relentless. I feel like the stuns are not sitting on him, not sticking on him nearly as often. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, maybe actually, because he would have a human racial. He did use a human racial to get out of a stun from El and Dilly or Rose XO. But for going up against Fireworks, he hasn't popped a trinket or anything. But I think he's sitting. Yeah, look at the cheap shot. I think it is a little bit shorter than 4. I think it is shorter. I think it is definitely shorter. Wow, Fireworks is lagging real badly. I don't even know what's going on. But he's able to get some damage out of Chill Pills, though. I don't know how you're doing that. What? Really bad lags. What? He's like all over the place. It's hard to keep up where he's at. I actually can't keep up where he's at. He's just teleporting everywhere on the map, dude. Oh my goodness. Chupa's still trying to ramp up a little bit of damage. Vanish coming out for Fireworks immediately. I think Chupa's got no options. Having to go for Deathpack. That's 77% dampening. It barely gives you any health. And Chupa's is still sitting at about half-ish health. That's all he's got. Gonna get sapped on by Fireworks. He did avoid any of that Remorseless Winter. Cheap shot to follow with an Eye Blade, Shadow Strike, cheap shot again, maybe a big eviscerate. No, not a big eviscerate out of Fireworks at all. He's trying to get some damage in, but he cannot get a big eviscerate whatsoever. He's just whittling down little by little. Chip is getting the stun onto Fireworks as evasion comes out, trying to min-max the damage here, but Fireworks still has evasion rolling, probably popping a defensive himself. It's gonna be transfusion for Chilpas, trying to somehow recover on health. Could be the final opportunity for him to recover on quite a bit of health as Fireworks still just continuing to run. Shadow 7 past him. Chilpas turns around, immediately hits him with the chain of eyes. Gonna be cheap shot. Chilpas IBF available for Fireworks actually doesn't have a lot of health. Chilpas could actually take him down. Shadow Strikes versus Chill, and Chill is winning at the end of it all. I think he's going for a teabag at the Fireworks, getting killed by Thunder soon. A big old panda with a big old helmet. Next up is going to be Kaz. Barely got to play a lot of these games. Tricky coming out for Thunder soon as he doesn't have any health whatsoever. Try to see if he can kite around away from Kaz. He's going to be able to get a blink and a little bit slow. Motherboar coming out for Kaz. Actually, I think might be able to avoid any of those slows for a little bit. Needs to get another stun to Thunder soon. Does land it with an eye beam to follow. Ice block coming out for Thunder soon. His little Pandaren fingers clipping through the ice block. He's probably like, uh-oh, that's not what I meant to do. Into another Nova onto Kaz. He does go to reverse it. He's just going to mess around, I think, at this point. He just went over, I think, flag somebody. I was started to Thunderstone down he goes, I think. I don't know, I Thunderstone still. Yeah, there you go, there we go. I don't think he had a chance, man. This high dampening. Damn. Boom had the longest game of his life with these rogues, man. Longest game of his life. Oh my goodness. None of these rogues wanted to give him an easy out at all. Interesting, boys. Interesting. How long did the duel go? Dude, it's 6:20. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Can you believe it? 620? Insane. 105, 106. Hold on. 107, окей. Борис got a group, Сева got a 3 out of 5, alrighty. Привет, Dalaran, давно тебя не смотрел, усы клевые. Здорово, Игорь. Zippy, do you still live stream on PTR while Sundays? Not at all. I sometimes get on PTR if there's something to look at, but not always. Get wrecked, easy peasy. Let's get a hearth out of here. Alright, dude. I just had somebody literally make a trial paladin named Get wrecked, easy peasy. Sounds like a dork. What a dork. Sign up. There we go, boys. Is the ally group still up? Yep, ally group is still up. Lucre, I think, still got a group. We have 4 right now, waiting for a 5th. We had a 5th earlier, but let you in the wait. Yeah, that's fine. It's me, it's a motherfucking Lunchable. I can tell. It's time for Lunchables. Let's go, dude. You go better, bud. Kachiko will choose not to duel his counter. Said, "I will still fight your counters. You get special treatment, but how you want how you want rogues to do that?" I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard to like balance things out like that. You know what I mean? It's really fucking hard. Spectator match Seavark and Boris 5. Here we go. Let's get another one going, boys. Another duel up and running. Yeah, when it comes to like classes playing up to their mechanics like rogues resetting and whatnot, that's definitely hard. That's definitely hard to decide like what's the most ethical way of making it as even of a fight as it can be, right? That's just plain hard. Because I think in the end it's best to just let people play how they want to play, right? It's best in the end to let people play how they want to play. In the end. What's up, Enrique? How do you, my man? Will you do a 5-5 on Monday this week? If we have enough people, sure, I'll be down. Have a Sin Rogue ready? Yo, try it. Traitless, wanna go and join in, man? As a Sin Rogue? You can atone for your sins. I mean, if that's allowed, then Seavark went out and saw Boom. He should have allowed to go, nope, don't wanna deal with this, roll, go ahead. Red Paladin, go tear him up. Oh, like that? Well, we do like a roll to create the order, and we follow the order. Like, I guess it's up to the players how they wanna do it. If you do wanna like back up, switch. If you do choose, like, let's say you go up and you see what class they're playing, and you're like, I don't want to duel it. You could tell other people, like, hey, somebody else go in front of you, but essentially you should just go, right? You get a variety. Sometimes you get classes that count, sometimes you don't. But that's just how things go, you know? You should duel everybody. Alrighty, boys, we got ourselves another one in the Lordaeron Arena. We got ourselves Karma G-Port on Team Blue. We also got our litter, we got Guru, we got Demonic, and we got Batchy. Karma G-Port already taking a little bit of damage out of what look at the Seavark already blasting with arcade missiles, not letting him go. Rose XO in the back. We got ourselves Boomstar, You Said What, and Zach Andreas. Lexip coming down to Seavark as Karma G-Port already finding himself at about half his health, going up with a little bit of that whirling dragon punch flying up in the air. I think what if Seavark knocks him up while he's midair with that? Does he just go up in the air, like fly for a bit? I think it'd be hilarious. Karma G-Port already popping in wall and diffuse magic. Is waiting to use that Karma later. Maladuck rolling right now, but Seavark perfect opportunity to really force cooldowns of Karma. Why is slow? Looking to land the Karma into Seavark. It's gonna be blinking away. No! Couldn't blink away from the Karma early enough. Just trying to blast through the Karma damage right now in order to see if he can take down Karma G-Port. Not looking to gut back. He's just still kited around in the open. Finally got on top of Seavark. Is going to hit him with an incap. Does he? Oh, he does nick him with a Fist of Fury for a second. Oh, Invis coming out for Seavark. He does get to immune the touch of death completely. He tried to go for Fist of Fury, just like try to tag him a little bit. He does get a little nip. He did get like a little bite, little tag, little fang sank in there, but not a huge amount of damage. But Batch is going to be up next. Unlucky for Karma G-Port. Batch already getting locked out on Shadow. Arc and missiles flying already. Batch is not going to have a good time with this one. Now, last time on you, I did say, I feel like Shadow Priest counters Arcane Mage, and then I ate my own words. We'll see if Batch can turn this around. Looks like Arcane might have an advantage, because I was thinking, like, being able to dispel shields Constantly for Batchy is good. Stun, silence, and a fear, and a pet. That would be great against the mage. Getting interrupted on Shadow, not so great. As Seawork got himself with that crazy advantage right now, just punishing Batchy after landing one interrupt, because Batchy is completely locked out. Stun onto Seawork. Finally might be able to get some damage. Seawork trick it out of the stun immediately, trying not to let Batchy get any advantage. Batchy needs to get those dots up and running on Seawork. The VT needs to come out, try to see if he can blink around the VT. Actually might have been able to blink around VTs. He's just not getting attacked by those VTs ever. Oh my god. Yeah, for Batchy, this is going to be quite harsh. If you're into Seawork, finally able to get some CC and finally able to get some dots. You need to make sure to keep taking away dots from Seawork. That's going to be a siphon for a second with a Shadow Fiend. Not going for the Mind Bender. Batchy taking quite a bit of damage right now. With us have Vampiric Embrace. He's able to heal himself, but the Shadow locked out. Oh, Shadow Bands! Oh, he went for a greater fade in the Shadow Band at the last second, trying not to press his disperse. What is going on? Seawork getting locked down in the stun for a second. Batchy might be able to turn around. Needs to take the shields off of Seawork immediately. Is that going to be Mally? Oh no, that's the best Mally ever. He's not getting any healing. When that disperse, that's so bad for Batchy. Get himself a shield. He might want to go for a Mass Dispel with that at this point. Oh, any ability from Seawork is going to tag him. He's going to down for the count. Does go for a bit of a heal with the Crucible. Trying not to start casting VT. He's going to get interrupted 100%. Does land a Siphon onto Seawork though. That's going to be VT trying to come up again. Does he get it? Siphon is still tagging Seawork though. Going to get interrupted on Batchy on Shadow. Trying to see if he can lock him out. That's going to be Crucible. Knock up right after. And that's going to be Seawork taking him down with the Arcane Barrage. Taking him down back to back. Arcane slows against the melee. How can they even do? Well, if you look at Night King, they just run at you and Chain of Ice you. But yeah, it's tough, Dan. It's definitely tougher for some classes than others. Monks, I feel like monks have to play a pillar if they want to beat a arcane mage. But with this arena, not a lot of pillars. Illiterate is going to be up next. Now, I want to say that maybe this time, I feel like Enhance has a chance to stand against arcane mage. You have the range kick, you have slows, you have ascendance, which will let you just do so much damage from afar. It actually could be good. Seawork, try to see if he can just kite Illiterate just a little bit as he's building up some resources. He's going to get the Ghost Swords up and running. He's going to go for that Ascendance. Finally able, because the auto attacks become ranged with Ascendance. He's able to actually get some auto attack damage onto Seawork. Is able to also start dispelling his Temporal. Does dispel the Temporal. Actually finally able to get melee with Seawork for a second. Still continue to hit those wind strikes as much as possible. Going for those double Crucible. And Illiterate popping in that wall right now. Is Seawork going to have to wait this out for a second. Illiterate and Seawork actually kind of matched up. Illiterate popping in a bunch of heals. Does have an Earth Shield on him. Seawork could steal that Earth Shield, which would be good for him. Seawork going for a little bit of Vince, trying to see if he can catch a reset. Ghost Wolf coming out for Illiterate immediately. Seawork is going to blink and a mount up immediately, just trying to get some distance. That totem, Earthbind totem, is going to slow him for a second. Illiterate is going to at least be able to get his own weapons up and running. He's going to get the Frostbrand and Firebrand weapon rolling, or Flame Tongue. And is going to be able to, every time dispel Seawork's shields, Seawork is always going to take health damage. That's going to be a greater Earth Elemental on top of it to keep him in combat. Still dispelling those shields every single time. Mally rolling onto Illiterate right now. Still looking to get next to Seawork. That's going to be Grinding Totem for a second. Seawork eliminates him pretty quickly. It's going to be faster right next to him. Doesn't make out of the capacitor. Mally still rolling onto Illiterate, reducing some of his healing. Sundering onto Seawork. He trinkets out of it. That's going to be Illiterate getting right on top of Seawork. Finally able to get quite a bit of damage there, dude. Finally able to get a good proc for a big mastery hits. And Seawork does go for an ice block immediately. Told you. I think this one, it's an actually close enough matchup. Actually close. And Seawork is looking to maybe get himself a little bit of a full, a little bit of reset. A full reset with Illiterate. Maybe also go for some food, maybe mount up. Because he essentially needs to force out grounding. He needs to get Illiterate out in the open, no line of sight. And he needs to get his kick out. And then from there, he needs to go for the Arcane Missile spam. Get the big Arcane Missile damage out. And Illiterate, I mean, without the line of sight, Seawork can't really get himself a full clean reset. Finally, the Earth Elemental at least gets away from him. And Illiterate could get Ascendance any moment now. Could be good for him. Looking to maybe get some line of sight. Actually, it still looks like Seawork is one line of sight. And Illiterate just popping in walls so you can just stay and keep running at Seawork. 6 minutes in there, he does not want to give up. Seawork did get himself a bit of an invis. Looking to maybe see if Illiterate might walk in the other direction. Going to be Earthbind Totem to slow him down for a second. Seawork is still on a run, dude. It's a bandit on a run, and Illiterate is there to take him down. Looks like somebody else left on Team Blue, which is very unfortunate because it wasn't Karma GG port. Very sad, very unhappy with that, but it's okay. Seawork trying to see if he can get some damage out on Illiterate as he got himself some huge setup, trying to continue doing damage to Seawork as the damage over time is hitting down on Illiterate. Seawork can get himself quite a bit of clear cast and procs. He might be able to get himself huge amounts of damage with those arcane missiles. Urban Totem next to him might just want to eliminate it immediately. Keeping slow onto Illiterate as much as possible. He doesn't need to get a kick out of him though. It's gonna be tough. 7 minutes in, 30% dampening. Seawork has still been having a hard time with this one so far. It's been a little bit of a struggle playing against the Team Blues Shaman. Illiterate finally able to connect with Seawork. Not seeing a blink just yet. Seawork trying to go for some damage. Grounding Totem does come down, so a good portion of Seawork's burst actually went into the Grounding Totem, at least some of those Arcane Blasts. He still has those Arcane Missiles if he has any of them. Illiterate does have Ascendance though, so Seawork being out in the open, not a good idea. Those Wind Strikes are really quite crucial, quite brutal. With a Crucible to follow, Seawork has a dot ticket on him, is trying to counter it with his own heal. A 16% dampening though, it's going to be quite hard. I think Seawork might be going down here. Down he goes. Illiterate does take him out. Very unfortunate. Who's up next? Team Red are just like, oh, I can't believe Seawork actually went down. They're so used to somebody coming out and being a 1v4. But it looks like it's going to be Rose like so. Doing a little bit of a bow with Illiterate. At least he's paying him a little bit of respect. He's like, yo, what's up? I like that. He's actually letting Illiterate get like a full setup. Be like, yo, bow, all that. Good jazz. Get the duels going, all that. Because he knows he's going up against an enhancement shaman. Like, what can he do? Capacitor turn him up and running for Illiterate. Trickens out of the Hodge from Rose as he goes for wings. While coming out for Illiterate. Does not have the Ascendance this time. Is going to go for a Sunder on Rose. Doesn't do the most amount of damage, but does a little bit. And Illiterate is looking to get himself a little bit of heal. Dropping down the Earthbind Totem. Hand of Freedom is going to keep Rose running, though. Trying to land a Hex onto Rose. But he's kind of stuck out and goes well. Trying to go for that Hex either way. Still keeps stopping his own Hex. Rebuke finally coming out for Rose. The safety trigger coming in for Illiterate. As the Shaman is completely just forced down back. And that's going to be down for the count. So much pressure out of Rose onto the Shaboy. Looks like Demonic is going to be up next with a Garrod onto Rose, trying to see if he can land up a Kitty. Hodge coming down onto Demoniac actually early. Rose hitting him with it early. That's going to increase his own health by the looks of it. A lot of you guys like to run Battle Master Trinket for extra health in duels. It'd be weird if it was like an actual like damage trinket with like stats. Mally rolling into Rose. Is Demoniac going to commit some big damage? He got a trinket of his own rolling. Could be a damaging trinket in this case. Not going for Vendetta. Hasn't got a kidney shot yet though. I guess it was more or less about the sustained damage, trying to make sure there's poisons on Rose at all times. Right as Rose was able to cleanse him. And Demonic is looking to catch a full reset completely. Oh my god, you guys see the toys. Zachary just storing up some souls for later, dude. Just storing some sacrifices for later. Pals in my main, don't let me down. Yo, I think you're gonna be pretty happy with the way Rose plays. Getting a shot onto Rose. Bob coming out. Demoniac having to go for evasion. That's gonna be a bell for Demoniac. Actually was able to get a Bob off of Rose with a big damage of the Paladin Slam and Demoniac down. And Gudo is the only one left running on Team Blue. Very unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate for Team Blue. But for Rose, it's gonna be actually a good setup. Still holding on to Bubble to deal with Gudo. Might be good. Is that a Mally rolling onto Rose right now? It is a Mally. He does go for Dispel and all the poisons from Gudo for a second, at least. Just to make sure he's good to go. Try to see if he can maybe go for a heal. Waiting out. Got the wings up and running. Could go for a Hodge. Gudo does hit him with a big old Templars. Actually, hit him with the Templars before Gudo went defensive. Forcing now Gudo to run now. Before even a Hodge came down. Didn't even get to trinket anything. Gudo just felt like, oh, you know, he's going to hide me when he's going for damage. But Rose was like, yep, he's going to skip the Hodge. He's going to hit you huge. Could bubble out of here if you wanted to. Is going to bubble out just to keep Gudo in combat. So he doesn't get to go for a full setup. With all those bandages, needs to keep the spell in combat in case he goes for a camo. He still lands the camo Rose. Oh no. Should have kept the spell in combat at least. But he does have the eye. Gudo catching quite a bit of a heal while in camo, however. And all Rose needs to do is get another set of wings. I was going to say hide, but he actually still hold on to Trigger. Trigger coming out for Gudo as the two exchange stunts. Going to be a freezing trap onto Rose as he gets wings up and running. Is that real wings or minute long wings? Looks like it's minute long wings, which is good for Gudo to wait those out. And Rose now without any defensives. Trinket available, and Shield of Vengeance is the only thing he has. But immunities are gone for the time being. Shield of Vengeance might be enough to just blast back at Gudo if Rose can stay on top of him. Hand of Freedom not available, but that's pony up. Shield of Vengeance doesn't need to be popped. He does take him out either way. Well done, boys. Well done for Rose and Seawork with a 2 and a 3-0. Or 3-1, 2-1. Well, 3-0 actually. Technically, yes. Technically, yes. But yeah. As far as EPS, I'll probably boost the DK if I'm looking for tank raids and mythic. Yeah, definitely should be really good next year, next patch. Definitely should be really good next year. Remaster BM no Hunter? Yeah. Remaster is really good, yeah. Sally, they're only good for one person, maybe two if I get lucky. Yeah, it's all good a little bit. It's a good, man. Yeah, for enhancement shamans it's tough. So let me tell you. I did the Blood of the Enemy grind. You don't really get to survive a lot as enhanced. You either get a... What's nice about enhanced is when you combine all your cooldowns together and you go for a massive ascendance, right? You go for a bloodlust on an ally, so both of you get haste. You go huge ascendance and you just start slamming and you get this wind strike procs back to back. That's like the most damage you'll ever do in like a big setup. But healing wise, in a group you're good. Like in a BGE, but solo, oh, it's tough. Can never complain about Marogue anymore, ever, ever. But DK Brewmaster, both of them are good. I'd say both of them are good. I think you'll be satisfied with either one. Technically, all tanks are good right now. Technically, all tanks are good. We got the 5. All right, look, we got a 5. Who else got a 5? Is it going to be Night King? Maybe it's going to be Elendelio. Maybe it's going to be... Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, what channels do you go for enhance? So, I'm not an enhancement main. I wish there was a shaman out here that was also enhanced on spec. What channels do I go for? I kind of sort of remember them. Lightning Shield. Then it's Wind... something weapons, right? Something like that. Ah, let me look it up. Let me open up Wowhead. Talents and builds. So I go for Lightning Shield, Force of Winds. I usually go Static Charge if I'm in a dungeon. In PvP, right? In PvP. So this is what I would run for PvE. Oh, cool. So this is what I run in PvP. Let's do PvP first. Wait, can I get somehow view and talent calculator? I think that'd be great. Reset all. So in PvP I go for Boulder Fist and Landslide build with Earthen Shield and Hailstorm. Hailstorm because I have a lot of what is that? What is that trait? Natural Harmony is like when you use a frost attack or a fire attack or a nature attack, you get a buff. So Hailstorm, you kind of want to have it up and running all the time. It does quite a bit of damage, but mostly for the buff. But also you're going to use it for PvP as a slow either way. So you might as well. Because Zero Soul is generally better, but Hailstorm just, I don't know, it just fits that playstyle. Then I go for Nature's Guardian just because you're not tank at all. Sundering and Ascendance. For my trinkets and some High Mountain, I'm always going to go for a normal trinket. For these, I always go Grounding Totem. I usually go Ride the Lightning and Shamanism. Shamanism so you can Bloodlust an ally or yourself and gain like 20% haste for 10 seconds. And when you're in Ascendance and you get in a lot of like auto attack procs because of the haste, the auto attacks procs give you more Storm Strike procs, which in Ascendance are Wind Strike. So you're able to just blast and blast and blast and blast and blast and blast. And it's quite good. It's quite good. Okay, everybody ready to see how bad Frost is in a 1v1? Are you ready to go? Oh my goodness, we are ready. Let me just battle res real quick. Wait, can I do this while I'm dead? This would be hilarious, dude. Am I gonna screw it up if I'm doing it while I'm dead? It's sent. Player, you got a group? We got 5? Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, because one of your... Did it work because I'm dead? You get Q? Here we go. That could just try to kill me. Nice try. Nice try. Wow, imagine trying to kill a low-level player while I'm literally trying to queue. Imagine being any higher level than like a level 20 Jedi. Oh, that's funny, dude. That's funny. Twitch. What do we got? We got ourselves a Vinci on Team Blue with Blaster. Oh, Master Blast. Are we playing Assassination, my boy? I think we are. We got also Lucre also playing more of the Demonology. We got ourselves None Given. Playing more of the Beast Mastery and Print Warlock. Playing Destruction. Playing Destruction. I spot that artifact weapon from main interaction. Where's the Team Red with body count as an subtlety? But we got a Seawork who said he's playing Frost, and looks like he does have the Frosty Elemental. Peachy playing as a Feral, lagging a little bit. It's going to be Rosexo as a Red Paladin. And you said what as I want to say Assassination Rogue? But you never really know. Who's going to be up first? It looks like it might be Peachy. He's got himself in a bear form. He's got himself already a regrowth. It looks like it's going to be Lucron versus Peachy Pharaoh versus Demonology Warlock. Now that is just unfortunate. That is just a very, very unfortunate. I don't know for either one, actually. I think Lucron is definitely going to have a hard time with Peachy. But for Peachy, this could be bad because Lucron and his burst is quite tough to deal with. Peachy already bailing out of there. He got some bleeds onto Lucron, but he's backing up. He's like, no. I don't want to deal with that, dude. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to get hit with a CC. He just wants to go and take the Spets on a run, but looks like the Spets are going to catch up to Peachy. He's going to go for a little bit of a movement speed, rolling. Could be Lucron trying to go for a bit of CC onto Peachy right now as he's trying to get some more pets up and running. Could go for a Horror Effect and then get a Fear set up on Peachy. Trying not to get hit with a Skull Bash. Still trying to land that Fear. Going to be a restyle for Peachy for a second, and it's going to dip down before another Fear comes out. Lucron did shrink it just now, so that could be bad for him. He's going to trade those Crucibles with Peachy though. He's going to have to wait out. He's going to use at least the bigger cast in order to give himself a little bit of healing. That's going to be rude onto Lucron's pet. Peachy was going to rude the pet the whole time, huh? Lucron's still trying to get his pets up and running. He can't go for a big burst until he gets his pets up and running. Handle down. Coming out double against Peachy is going to get one stun to Peachy with the Demonic Tyrant. Second stun to follow. Horror Effect right after. That Tyrant should be able to slap on Peachy for quite a bit of damage. Shadow Fear right after. No, he's going to go for a bash instead. Might want to wall up this Tyrant damage as he keeps clapping him up. The double pet should be releasing a lot of his healing. Maledict on Peachy right now is going to make this regrowth a lot worse to deal with. The Tyrant is going to be behind the pillar. Does go for a root onto one of the pets. The Tyrant does dissipate. Reset onto Lucron comes out. Peachy trinket it out. There's going to be wall. Second wall available for Peachy in case he wants. The Thorns are up in order to stop the pets for a second. Lucron trying to land a Fear onto Peachy. Is he going to be able to? Peachy trying to get some damage into Lucron while the pet is away. He's trying to limit the amount of auto attacks the pet gets while Lucron's on top of him. Lucron kind of needs to get Peachy out in the open. Does go for a stun on him. Is going to go for a little bit of damage with the Fear right after. Does he get it? Does he get it? He does get it with a little bit of drain left to recover a little bit of his health. Still needs a lot more imps though. It still needs a lot more imps. Gul'dan trying to come out. Yep. He basically wants to get kicked on Shadow so he can get those Gul'dans while coming out for Peachy while the damage is not even high. Bash onto Lucron, which is going to be pretty bad. Peachy is going to be able to get all his dots up and running. Huge bite to follow. Lucron does go for Reflect in case Peachy got anything for it, I guess. Peachy is going to get hit with a Fear regardless. Drain live coming out for Lucron, but every time he's draining, it's just Lucron trying to catch up. It's not really him going for big damage. Does go for a double imp setup with the hand of Gul'dan. The imps are walking towards Peachy. If he has a Tyrant and a stun right now, that would be perfect. Stun onto Lucron. The Tyrant is in the back. Could go for a stun onto Peachy right now. Lucron barely any health. Needs to go for a heal. Does get a stun onto Peachy, but he is going to be down here. Down in the dumps of the Dalaran sewers. Lucron barely hanging in there with that drain life. Barely hanging in there. Hearthstone coming out. He's going to have to get himself a new Felguard. Peachy so far has been able to really just shred through Lucron. Is able to control the pet, which is the worst. For Lucron, it's just such a long ramp up to get the pets up and running, to get a setup up and running. I feel like you have to go for a Horror Effect onto Peachy a lot more often, man. You have to hit him with a Horror and get a setup going with a stun right after and a Fear spam right after. Or maybe Horror and a Fear spam and then a stun later. He's just going to summon your Tyrant. He doesn't want a thing to get hit with the roots in the back. He's going to have to go for Crucible defensively. Peachy is going to try to get a stealth opener. Maybe it could be a perfect stun opportunity for Lucron. Not a good idea. No, does get a one stun by one pet. Is going to probably go for another stun. Horror Effect actually instead is going to get himself a Trinket working. Probably another stun out of the upper. Nope, Maledict actually rolling Peachy. It's going to be a Skull Bash for Peachy either way. He's going to try to see if he can heal through a Mal. He probably could have waited a little bit longer, but the hots are going to be huge right now as he's getting back to cat form, fighting Lucron. Fear's coming out. It's going to be tricked out of Peachy. Bash. It was going to be stun reversal by Lucron. Still, huge bite could come out of Peachy right now. Lucron is not in a great spot right now. Doesn't have any of the pets. Doesn't have any of the setup. Might want to go for a self-heal. Does go for a self-heal with the Crucible, and as he tries to go for a Fear onto Peachy against Skull Bash, is going to go for the Tyrant. The Tyrant cannot be stopped right now. Perfect opportunity for Lucron to maybe lock down Peachy. Gonna go for a Drain life as the root comes down on the Warlock, and Peachy is just going to line the tire. Not a great setup here for any Warlock, and entangle roots onto Lucron's main pet. They're just going to make this a lot harder. Tyrant didn't really get a lot of cast off. Maybe he'll get one. Nope, didn't get a single one. Maybe got one at most. But that was just so disheartening, man. That is so disheartening. Peachy looking like he wants to get on top of Lucron. As there's no CC coming out for Lucron right now. Maybe Fierce. Oh, does get this Fierce spam. Does get the Fierce spam. No, I think he DR'd it. I think he might have DR'd it. He did get a wall. And I was thinking like he would have every CC available. And I thought, oh wait, maybe Fear? But it looked like everything was DR'd. Because Peachy at one point just pushed up, dude. He just ran in there. Lucron, in the 5 minutes of this duel been going, he's still somehow in there. Somehow, he's still struggling. He's still playing the game. He's going to go for a demo portal. See any more pets up and running at Peachy. He's going to give him a bit of a break, a bit of a setup. Trying to get a fear onto Peachy. Going to be skull bashed as Peachy goes in offensive. Lucron can't even go for even a bit of a setup with all his demons. Peachy just keeps putting bleeds and keeps putting bites, and it's just the worst. Gonna go for a Felguard as Peachy goes in with the Crucible. It's gonna be a horrific, maybe a fear onto Peachy, but that line of sight with the pillars, dude. The line of sight with these boxes is just straight up brutal. And when Lucron keeps pulling the pet back, that's the worst part too here for Lucron. He keeps having to pull the pet back so that Peachy doesn't take it behind the pillar and then root it. So Lucron can't really do anything about this. Tyrant coming out. Maybe Peachy will take some damage here finally. Maybe a horror effect to follow to keep Peachy out in the open. Tyrant is doing some damage. Mally is rolling onto the kitty cat. Lucron is trying to get as much damage as he can on Peachy. Wall no longer available for Peachy right now. Skull Bash to Lucron looking to end the game. Does get himself a Warlock House on the very last second. Does he go for a horror effect? More pets are up and running. Tyrant is down. Bash to Lucron. Safeguard Trinket onto Peachy. Lucron with the bleeds just melting little by little. Peachy looking to take roots onto one of the pets. Lucron needs to get himself a heal immediately. Horror effect coming out of Peachy. He could Trinket if he wants to. Fear coming out onto Peachy. He's drinking it out immediately. Fear reset. It's going to be a restyle for Peachy. Opener onto Lucron. Does get the prowl. Lucron gets a stun onto Peachy. Could you have enough damage by any measure, by any chance? He's trying to go for as many scats as possible with Drain Life around the corner. If he had a Maledict right here, that would have been so much pressure. Entangled Roots are coming out of Peachy. Does stop the Entangled Roots ahead of time with a shot of Fury. Lucron, does he have anything left here at all? Trying to go for Reflect, but Peachy gets a big old mean bite. 7 minutes, boys. 7 minutes into that duel. 7 damn minutes. Can you believe it? That is incredible. That is incredible. And it looks like Print Warlock is going to be up next. Not able to catch after Peachy actually swapping out to the Fell Hunter. Interesting. Interesting choice of a pet. Honestly, interesting choice of a pet. I don't think it's a good choice. But he might be able to like use the pet to take off Hots off of Peachy. And if Peachy goes for a cast from behind the pillar to re-heal, he could use the Fell Hunter to interrupt the cast. Like right now. He does get it. He does actually get it. And Print Warlock, he actually is rolling for a not Crucible. He's going for Conflict and Strife. So actually that interrupt could be quite good. Because when you get an interrupt, you actually get a little extra versatility. It's going to try to see if he can root down Peachy. Skull Bash coming out as the Fear comes out. It's going to be Casbolt. Doesn't get a lot excited. Oh, Peachy's still getting killed with a Fear, Casbolt, Wombo combo. Either way, second Casbolt trying to line up. Does get to line decided though. And Regrows are coming out. Maybe that's why he's got the pet rolling. But I think Print Warlock does need to get in there. Needs to get up in melee. Needs to get on top of Peachy a lot more often. He doesn't need to let him get any kind of resets. But it looks like Peachy might be able to land 1 or 2 here. Looks like the pet is keeping him. Yeah, the pet is keeping him at bay. Going for the Entangled Roots. Does interrupt him. Cataclysm around the corner. Stops him for a second. And should hit him. Actually avoided. Peachy just went for a little bit of a duke to the side. Just dipped to the side just by a hair at the last second. It was just fine. Finally able to get some bleeds on a Warlock. 8 minutes in. 23% dampening. What can you really do at this high dampening? I don't really know. I don't really know. Casbolt onto Peachy. He tries to go for a big old bite onto a Print Warlock. Dropping down the Infernal. Is going to do some damage into another Casbolt. Peachy popping in wall. Is he going to stay in and try to commit damage? Or is he going to try to back up? Committing damage with a bash. Actually going for land at the last second. As he sees Print Warlock go for a trinket. Almost got a shot of Fury. Almost got a cat. I'm still got a Cataclysm. So Shadow Fury would have ended. That's going to be Thorns up and running for both of the pets. He's going to try to see if he can just sprint away from the spheres. This actually cannot do anything. Print Warlock just has to cast the spheres. That's all he can do. Trying to land a Casbolt, not going to happen. Print Warlock got himself quite beefy dots rolling on him. He actually is melting. As Peachy got his way. His Peachy just walked away with all those pets. Even Safeguard Trinket procking. 4-print Warlock. So that's going to be his last defensive gone. Wall available if he needs it. And he might need it here. Is he ever going to use it? Is it even worth? Probably should have used it earlier because he's just down for the count. Second one down for Peachy. It took him 9 minutes though for 2 people just to go down. Oh, goodness. We're going to be here for a while. Blaster's up next. Not that Peachy's doing anything bad. I think Peachy's doing just fine. I think he's doing beautiful. It was taking a while. I guess he's going up against Warlocks, so what can you do, right? I guess he is going up against Warlocks. Watch our Feral and Duels like Resident Sleeper. Ah. I think he's doing really well. I think he's playing really well. You cannot take that away from him. His Feral is playing the playstyle as best as he can. He's doing a phenomenal job. He's playing the class that Blizzard designed. Blame the class, not the player, dude. Blame the devs that designed the class to play like that. Not the player who's playing it properly. Hashtag beefy? Yeah. Did I was like this? Stressing me out. It's a back and forth, dude. I think it's enjoyable when duels are a lot of a back and forth, you know what I mean? Just a back and forth. It could be anyone's game. It gets really clutch. Oh, both of them got low health. It's going to be a cheap shot by Blaster on to Peachy with a Garrote kidney shot to follow. It's going for a more European style opener with a cheap shot and the kidney shot. With a Malik rolling to Peachy to try to get some more pressure on him. Actually got quite a bit of pressure with a Vendetta rolling. That's actually everything. Is he going to just commit? Getting hit with a bash for a second. Is going to trick it out of it. Looking to get away from Peachy. Could go for a bit of evasion. As Peachy was able to get some bleeds up and onto Blaster. Got that rip in there either way to get the root rolling. Cheap shot onto Peachy. Is that off DR? How is that off DR so fast? Does he get to go for a kidney shot, right? A kidney shot could be good for Peach right here as he does so. Wall, maybe Vision needs to come out for Blaster. Chicken coming out for Peachy. Off that kidney shot. Blaster's actually fully dotted up, however, too. At 39% dampening, that heal is just not doing anything for him. He's going to use Crucible offensive into Peachy. Needs to commit the damage. Needs to go for a big old evasion play right now. Needs to land the kidney onto Peachy right now. As Peachy is looking to get himself a bit of mobility. Safeguard Tricky coming out for Blaster. Thorns coming out for Peachy. Kidney shot, but he is done for the count. Peachy taking on another one. None given. Not given to Peachy. None given. He's like, oh, am I going to give him a reset? Am I going to give opportunity? None. No opportunity. None given. No given. No fucks given for this one, dude. Peachy is going to have to find a way out. He is going for line of sight immediately. He needs to line of sight the... Oh, I think he's done. I think he's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out. He's out of cooldowns. He's like, oh, I'll let someone else play. Looks like Seaverk is going to be going up next as a Frost Mage. Well, let's see if the Frosty Mage can do anything. Trying to get those icicles off of None Given. Has the pet to build up the Frostbolts off of, though. It could do it. It's going to go actually pull him more onto the pet. Not given. It's actually going to go for a hole on the side of the arena. Just trying to min-max the range. Crucible coming out with a huge shatter for Seaverk right now, actually. Quite a good shatter. It's going to get a blizzard into None Given, forcing him from one direction to go out into another. It's going to try to see if he can poke out. He needs to get in a melee to let his corruption get some uses against Seaverk. He needs to get up in a melee if he really wants it to get any extra damage on the guy. That's going to be tough. None Given walking right next to the Frozen Orb. Going to go for a little bit of a turtle right now. Just trying to wait the damage out with Seaverk. Seaverk doesn't really have a lot of health himself, really. But he's doing just fine. No dampening. Double Icebox might be good here. He's trying to see if he can kite the pet a little bit. Popping the Blizzard in order not to deal with the pet at all. It's going to actually keep the Blizzard. Polymorphing the pet while it's in a Blizzard. Not going to keep it CC'd at all. Not Given looking to catch a reset. Does go for a camo. If you hit Not Given's pet, you will get him out of stealth. Trying to go for a cone, doesn't get it. Doesn't even clip the pet. I don't even understand how. And None Given got himself quite a bit of a heal, getting an opener to Seaverk. Might be an early Icebox out of Seaverk. Does go for a kick, does not get the Frostbolt kick. And Seaverk does go for a root into None Given. Is that going to be huge shatter right now? Looking to shatter down. Not really getting the most damage in shatter. That Crucible, however, doing quite a bit. And Seaverk super low in health. Might have to Icebox this. Going for a Polymorph off of the pet. That's going to be a Frozen Orb on top of None Given. He's going to walk out of it immediately. Seaverk with no health at all is going to have to go for Icebox. No way to heal right now. That pet actually could kill him. He could go for a stun with the pet. And maybe if he can get a line of sight kill command. He's going to get the pet back over there. Seaverk got himself a little bit of a shield. Nova on the pet. Doesn't sit long at all. The pet is completely resistant to all the CC. Not giving just seems one kill command and then he'll be good to go. He actually has a massive advantage right now. Is looking to go for a line of sight. Trying to go for a kill command. The pet I think was slowed or rooted. And Seaverk does get himself a little bit of an invis to at least get himself out of there. But the pet is going to get some back around with Azeroth spikes still. It looks like both of them are resetting and pulling the pets back. I think None Given needs to get his pet in there at least. Like, what is Seaverk going to do, right? He has to go for food. He's not going to be able to get any food if he's in combat all the time. Is he going for camo? Oh, okay. Seaverk might be able to get himself some meat then. If none given doesn't go fast enough, Seawork is going to be able to get a lot of heals. Got himself quite a bit of a heal. 14 minutes in, at 58% damp, but it's quite a bit of food. Quite a bit of heal. Might be enough. It's got to be none given getting locked down in a frozen orb. Ray of Frost to follow. None given actually fully dotted up. More shadows coming out for Seawork. Is that going to be enough, however? Trying to continue the damage, but Seawork with barely any health. Second Eyes coming out. His health is super low. Wants to make sure he has himself as much health as possible, and I think he wants to make sure he has enough for a shield. That's essentially all he has to give himself lives as shielding. Using Crucibles to heal himself, but at the 61% dampening, he does nothing for a none given. Has such an advantage on health alone. Seawork tried to see if he could Nova him. And as long as the pet is nowhere near Seawork, he might be good to go. None given can't do enough damage on his own. The pet can't do enough damage on their own, but when Bet and none given have line of sight of Seawork at the same time, that's where majority of the damage happens. None given just gotta get in there and just finish it, dude. Just gotta get in and finish it. Seawork's still trying to cut him around as best as possible. It's actually impossible, dude. It's actually impossible. Down he goes. That's all. That's all she wrote. I think it was going to be body... No body count. He said it's going to be used at what instead? Damn, this deal is going so long. Getting a shot onto none given. Is he trying to get some damage up and running onto you said what? Trying to turn the pet around. You said what? Just going for line of sight. Using the pet to get some freebie damage. Getting him with the pet stun. None given. He needs to get line of sight of you said what? To really get the most amount of damage. Evasion coming out for you said what? The pet might still be able to get a couple bites here and there. None given has his corruption procced right now. And just to really be next to you said what? In order to get the most value out of the corruption, it should be doing damage to him. I think it stops doing damage as soon as you CC though, like with a ice block or frozen trap. I wonder if maybe it could do damage while you're still in freezing trap. Get a shot into Ungiven, and it looks like that's going to be the Rogue Destroyer to bail out of there. Turtle Shell coming out for an Ungiven. Needs to get the pet over there on top of Use That Wood, who is going to go for a vanish. It really could be the Hunter's game here too. It does get a camo. Walking by the Rogue. Probably sees him. Does get the pet on him. Gonna be a go road. He does disengage auto. It could be a shadow step auto. You said what? He has Cloak of Shadows running. Does go for a stun on the pet. Trying to get as much damage as none given as best possible. Corruption's actually slapping him back. Could be anyone's game. Trying to min-max it. And none given somehow survived that. What? There we go. Down he goes. Da Vinci was literally asleep. Blood of the enemy coming out for body count. He's gonna go for a big, huge eviscerate onto Da Vinci. Big damage out of nowhere. What was that? That's gonna be a trinket out of body count as it's trying to end Da Vinci right now after the blood of the enemy. Now we had, you telling me you had body count with all this bursty, juicy damage, and we had to wait 17 minutes until we saw that? You're telling me we had to wait that long until we saw it? Da Vinci getting hit with a sap. He does still have a trinket though. He could turn around onto body count. He could really get him down. Could be a duel that eventually could actually win. Trinket is there. Body count going in for a Nightblade in there into a shadowy duel. Oh. Oh. Shadow strikes. Too strong. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I don't even know what the fuck was that about, dude. That was such a long duel. Such a long duel. Got a group 5 out of 5. Do we want to do one more, or are we Dunsky, boys? Do we want to do one more, or are we Dunsky? I think Illus Turk. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more with Illus Turk, dude. Let's do an Unamas with Illus Turk. Frostbite 1-on-1s is tough. I know, Seawork. I know, dude. I feel you, dude. I feel you, my boy. 105, 106, 107, 108, 109. 109. We'll group of 5 out of 5. Okay, we'll get Illus Turk. And who else is going? Player says he's ready. Okay, we'll get Player and Illus Turk, I think. Because Player, we haven't seen him play at all. I want to see if P-Blood is able to get anything set up there, dude. We'll get a group with Illus and Player. Let me move him here. Because it's kind of hard to see him sometimes. Cool. Here we are. White spectator match. Illust. Turk. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up. And Player 5. Should be good to go, boys. Priest, I didn't have fun. Oh no, I wasn't a priest. It just didn't have fun. Oh, it's all good. 161 Ibis. Yikes, that's a lot of damage though, dude. That's a lot of damage. Oh, we get the biggest arena. Alright, well hopefully we won't have the longest duels because it's the biggest arena possible. This is the largest arena ever, and sometimes the duels here are just so, you know, they're just so, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's get another duel going, boys. So Twitch, what do we got? We got ourselves P-Blood playing out as, I want to say Subtlety Rogue? Why did I start calling it Subtlety again? I used to call it Subtlety, but I know it's Subtlety. But today, I started calling it Subtlety for some reason. Like, I'm literally going back to my old habits. What the hell's going on with me? We got Pedro as a Pharaoh. We got Orcus hanging out as a Fire? Arcane? I can't tell. Maybe Frost? Don't look like Frost. Probably Fire. We got Karma G-Port as a Monkus, and we got ourselves Illidank as an Illidank. We got Flares on Team Red as our Assassination Rogue. Gardash as a Fury Warrior. Illiterate as a Enhancement Boy. We got Pierce as a Frost Mage. And we got ourselves Razak as a Frost DK. Quite a bit of Frost out of here. What the? Wait, do you see the helm? Is it me, or does the helm look kind of funky? Is it me, or does that helm on the DK look kind of funky? It looks like he's squinting really, really badly. It's gonna be a Illidank. Oh, get it opened up. A bar Flares. It's gonna be Metamorphosis immediately. But is that full meta, or is that just I-Beam? I think that might have been I-Beam. Mally already coming out for Illidank. Cloak Shot is burned for Flares as he's looking to get a little bit of line to sight from Illidank. He's trying to catch up to the Rogue. Imprison him. Tricky coming out for Flares. Off of Imprison. Going for a Kidney Shot onto Illidank with the Mally right after. He does not go for a Trinket for this one, though. That Mally is going to stack up for quite a bit. Flares is looking to get himself a little bit of line of sight from Illidank. Malida completely locking him out. Gonna be Garrode onto that Ivan. Perfect Garrode. Did he mean to do that? A couple of Chaos Strikes into another Stun Blade Dancer follow Illidank. Not looking all that good on health. Is gonna go for Crucibles defensively. Healing Trinket coming out of the Kidney Shot on Flares. Got a Trinket out of Illidank. That's perfect for him. It couldn't be any better. Next Kidney Shot, he'll have him. Illidank needs to make a play right now. Going for a couple of those Fell Lances while midair. Doesn't really get Flares down at all, though. Doesn't really get him down at all. Illidank with a minute 40 on his Trinket. Not going to be able to get any setup for quite a while. Sap onto the DH in the open. Flares going for the cheap shot into Kidney Shot. I think he has him locked down. Didn't even get a Kidney Shot. Just mark for death in Venom. Giving Illidank opportunity to go offensive. Use the Crucibles for damage. Should have used it for healing if he wanted to last the next duel. Leg sweep. I think it was a leg sweep by Karma, but that was completely DR'd. Flares has a touch of death on him. Has advantage if he wants to get away from it. Is going to go for advantage. Karma G-Port popping all his cooldowns, dude. He landed a Mally onto Flares, which didn't get him out of stealth, which is perfect Flares. Touch of death didn't hit him. Karma is going to have a hard time, dude. He just popped his massive CDs onto Flares. Just popped some massive CDs. That's going to be quite tough. Flares with a Trinket in about 30 seconds. Needs to get a Trinket out of Karma G-Port, and then he'll be good to go. I think, is he going to go for a full setup? Is Mark for Death ready? That's actually just a choice. Get Mark for Death on cooldown as often as possible. Just so you have it available a lot more often. Cheap Shot is the opener he's going to go for. Getting himself Rupture. Kidney Shot with one Crucible. And then he's just going to use Throwing Knives just to keep Karma G-Port slowed. Is going to reslow him onto the Tiger's Law. Slitting the dots. Really melt him down. Really well played for Assassination Rogue Evasion. But it is getting countered with Incap. Does not get a leg sweep. Evasion. Countering the Fist of Fury completely. This time coming out on Flares, is still able to keep the dots rolling onto Karma. He's still able to keep the poisons into a Kidney Shot. Karma G-Port, is he going to go down right here? Does Flares have enough damage? Trinket into a leg sweep, into a Karma. That's a lot of abilities put in a single basket. Blind onto Karma G-Port, so Flares can just waddle out of there. I think he has it done, dude. I think he has it set up. Doesn't even need to use the Crucible as a damage bonus. He just needs to go for a full reset onto Karma G-Port. Couple saps, getting a shot and down. Might even just go for a cheap shot into an Envenom. Honestly, might be better. No, Kidney Shot. That's exactly what he's going to go for. Garrode. Get the dots up and running. He's going to get a Mark for Death and Venom. Not enough to kill Karma, though. Not enough to take him down. He's going to try to reduce as much damage as possible. Could he somehow come back? Could Karma make a comeback here? Disarm to Flares as he's sprinting out of there. Cancel his own Fist of Fury. For it. Dots is still sticking on Karma. He's going to go for Vivify Spam. Flares is going to have to go for one more setup onto Karma. The faster he gets back to him, the less health Karma is going to have. Oh, I like the Tabard, by the way. That is a Legion Warden's Tabard. I like that one. It fits your Mog so well, too. Also fits the green skin of an Orc, too. Mally rolling into Karma G-Port. His Flares is looking to get a setup. Is that going to be anything out of Karma? I think he's really got nothing left. Does get a leg sweep. Doesn't get to walk out of it. Still dotting down to dots. Mally is still making it hard for him to win. Vivifies are coming out. Does get a last Vivify. Flares just get in to throw a knife at the guy. Something. Oh, he's going to have to go for the full reset there. He's going to have to go for the long game. Should have went in more aggressively. Just throw knives. Just not go for a reset. Just kept throwing knives at Karma. That would have been the game. Another kidney shot. Flares had to prolong the game just maybe a little bit too long. Yeah, I think he's just trying to be super safe. He's trying to be ultra safe. He's trying to get his evasion to come back up. He knows he can beat Karma. Karma is available for Karma, though. Is he aware of it? Touch of death onto Flares right now. Could good evasion if things ever go bad. Maybe Karma for Karma GG port at the very last second. Could be a good opportunity. Touch of death does not tick on Flares, although Karma did get quite a bit of a setup. It looks like Karma's going to have a trick. It looks like Flares had the perfect opportunity to end the game. And at least twice, he failed to end it right then and there. He's trying to. Karma's like asking for mage food right now. Yeah, he is allowed mage food, by the way. You're allowed. Flares, really? You're gonna let him get a full heal? Oh no, Flares. I think Flares understands he could have ended that game earlier. Maybe he's trying to make it go into high dampening as he gets to go through other dudes. You know what I mean? Give a shower more stuff. Yeah, go for it, C-Arc. Go for it, my dude. Why would you let him a full reset? I don't understand. I feel like that's unnecessary. I mean, if you want to do it, he literally got all his cooldowns back. You got literally an honor duel. Gotta get a good road, cheap shot opener, get some dots up and running, Crucible to follow. Get a shot right after, and he's gonna bail the hell out of the Karma GG port, trying to roll out. Flares try to see. Flares, I feel like, should just get aggressive. He's actually questioning Karma. He's like, why are you running? He's actually doing the slash question. Why are you running? Why are you getting out of there? Is Karma gonna go for a setup? He got an incap on the guy. He's going for a I don't know what he's doing. I think they're just messing around at that point. Do they know each other? They must, dude. They must. Karma, though, at this point, just stop trying to win the game. He just tried to live as long as possible. Just trying to make this game last as long as he can, I guess. I have no idea, dude. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. The skill Quappy, I think it should, dude. I think it should just do it. Go road onto Karma GG port with a kidney shadow step to follow. Karma could trinket out of this if he really wanted to. Does go for a trinket into a Karma. Karma for Karma to Karma the Karma. Actually, that would work if you had two monks named Karma and two monks using Karma on each other. Karma for Karma to Karma the Karma. That would actually work. Please don't make a monk named Karma. Nobody make a monk named Karma, please. Good roll coming out for Flares. Did not get a sap properly. That is going to be a wall as well as diffuse magic for Karma GG port. Again, Flares is extending that game into infinity. Again, I feel like you could have ended it way early just if you just stayed in melee with Karma. I mean, he's just kind of letting the dots do the work. Kind of just letting dots do work. Karma got his own images up and running. Touch of death onto Flares. He will have a advantage for it. Does Karma get to maybe get a leg sweep on him? Karma getting hit with a Crucible. Down he goes. Finally. Wow. 7 minutes for Flares. We are at 30% dampening. P-Blood is going to be up next. Flares without a trinket. If he gets caught out without a trinket, him being an orc might be the only thing that saves him against P-Blood. And the damage he's going to be putting out, man. Just killing Quappy. Want to watch other duels? Yeah. Flares picking up the eye. Probably going to vanish it immediately. He did. Should be able to see P-Blood. Sees him. Is in a prowl. If Flares can get a good, nice opener on P-Blood and basically just pressure him without having to go for a kidney shot, without forcing him to use a trinket, it might be big for him. Is going to go for the full setup, getting a Mally in there, getting a Crucible in there, letting the dots work, and look at the sprint out of their Blood, catching up, trying to go for a Knife Blade, cheap shot into Flares. Could be big damage out of Blood right now. Does he have a good setup? Monk for the Eviscerate, cheap shot in again, Blood, Mally completely wearing off. It's going to be Mally right now into Flares. Good clock, no, can't clock a shot is out of it. Going for evasion, clock a shot is coming out for P-Blood. That's going to be some big damage out of Flares. Does he get a Vendetta on him? He does have a Vendetta on him. Flares trying to force out everything out of Blood. Going to be evasion for Blood right now. Flares has nothing left. Blinds are the only thing that are available for either one of the rogues. And Flares, actually both of the rogues have trinkets now. Blind could be coming out for Big Blood. No! Flares actually did melt him with the dots. He did actually melt him with the dots. And looking up to get himself an opener against Pedro. Pedro walking next to the guy, still lands an opener. Flares going to get a grower on the guy. Could go for a cheap shot either way. Pedro got himself a big bite onto Flares. With Thorns up and running and everything. Flares got himself a Muck for Death kidney shot. Looking to maybe get Pedro a trinket this or something? Anything? Could go for a blind. Is going to go for a blind. Pedro trinkets it. He wants to commit some damage to the Flares. It's going to be a sap out of Flares, actually. What a well-timed sap. What a well-timed sap. Force a trinket out of Pedro. Wall available for Pedro as well. Does a renewal and is just looking to give himself a little bit of run. Pedro catching a reset. Flares waiting out for some of the bleeds. They're just going to sprint the hell out of the Moonfire coming out for Pedro. Flares could Cloak of Shadows and just reset fully if you wanted to. Or he could pick up the eyes. Oh no, he actually is going to Cloak of Shadows. I guess what is he going to do these Cloak of Shadows against Pedro? Oh, the Pedro does not have Maledic or anything like that. You know what I mean? What a cheap, not kidney? I don't know. Either way, it worked for him. Oh, what did P-Blood did? I don't know. I think he was trying to go for back-to-back cheap shots. But I guess in an orc, you don't want a cheap shot. You want a kidney shot. They'll sit stuns a lot less than every other race in the game. And for sub-rogues, when you're trying to min-max the globals with low haste, you really need the most amount of a stun. So kidney shot always should be the opener against other orcs. Otherwise, it's going to be a little rough. Looks like Pedro's picking up eyes and is going to send him bear form. Flares is going to be able to land the opener on him if he is careful. 9 minutes in, 30% dampener. Orcus and Pedro are the only ones left, and Flares could be going for a big old 1vx, dude. Could be going through 4 people back-to-back. Pedro doesn't have eyes anymore, or maybe he still did for a second, because he was walking towards Flares for a moment. Is Flares just waiting for cooldowns? He's got a Cloak of Shadows in about a minute. A Trinket coming up in 10 seconds. I think he is just waiting for cooldowns at this point. I think he is. I don't know what else he could be doing. I'm just looking for him, frantically spinning. He's just like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Sap, maybe? Yep, lands a Sap. Pedro in bear form, no trinket available. If Flares could somehow get Pedro out of cat form, that'd be perfect. Or out into cat form. Or out of bear form. Really any form outside of bear would be perfect. It's going to go with the dots, building up calm points. Pedro doesn't want to pop out of bear form just yet. Going to exchange the crucibles. Might want to get close to Flares and maybe hit him with a bash. Cat form up right now. Could be a kidney shot. Does land a kidney, but no Cloak of Shadows available for Flares. Is going to use the Maledic onto Pedro. Just going to go for a Vendetta. Vanish Sheep Shot. Might be able to one-shot him here. Wall coming out for Pedro. It's going to maybe get himself a renewal. Flares got himself evasion. War Stop for a second. Cyclone Trinkets out of it just to take him out. And Orcus as an Arcane Mage is the only one left. Blind to follow. Does not Trinket out of it. Had cooldowns rolling too. Was that his like cooldowns like real abilities, or was that like a talent that gave him random cooldowns? So Flares, if he's able to play this clean against Orcus, he will be able to get a big old 1v5. What the what? A healing trinket? No wonder this man is so careful with the damage he puts out. He literally has a trinket that gives him intellect. It literally has a healer trinket from a Taldazar that gives you, that's intellect trinket. Just for these duels, dude. Just for these duels. Tank trinkets are dead, so now healer trinkets are on the table. I think healer trinkets are going to be better for casters, though. And casters generally have a hard time in duels, so I guess it works. I mean, I guess it works, right? If it works, it works. It's weird. Gonna get an opener with a go road. Maybe Kidney Shot right after. Orcus has a choice whether he wants to drink it or not. Gonna be Ice Block. Maybe he's gonna get some damage out of the Ice Block. Ice Block down, so he doesn't have a defense anymore. Sacrifice it, but wants to keep a trinket for later. That's gonna be sprint out of Flares. Is actually gonna be able to get some line of sight away from Orcus. We try to catch him. Does tag him with a slow. Might be able to get far enough in there and tag him with a slow some more. Has the images rolling. Flares. Shadow Step into Orcus. Who's gonna bail out of there? Flares. Gonna be caught by all those images who are gonna be hitting him with the Arcane Blast. If one of those images did more damage. Honestly, I think those images need to do a lot more damage, dude. Wouldn't that be great? He's trying to land inside of his best balls. He's trying to get him to cast. Stop. It's like a unison. It's like a little dance, dude. He actually did that long enough where he could get out of combat since those images don't auto-attack him in melee. So they get him out of combat. Orcus and the boys. The boys are going to watch Orcus get hit with a Kidney Shot. Is that a Mally as well on top of it? Orcus getting hit with a Kidney Shot. It could be a lot of damage right now out of Flares. Yep, Mally to follow. Flares got a Vendetta rolling on Orcus. He's just going to vanish. The dot's going to melt him long enough. Orcus getting on top of Flares for a second. Does Cloak of Shadows. He is melting a little by little. Transfusion, not Transfusion, but Temporal is going to come in. Give him the smallest heal possible. Trying to get some food. Trying to get some food. I don't know if you can do anything about it. I think Flares just got you by the balls. Blind. Okay, now Flares, you're just messing with him at this point. Now you're just playing with him, dude. That's just brutal. That's just brutal. That does not need to happen. That does not need to happen. That is just too much. Poor boy. Look what they did with my boy Orcus. And down he go. Wait, Invis? Maybe. I was thinking maybe Invis will keep him alive. That does give Arcane Mages a bit of a defensive play, but that is going to be Flares taking out everybody in a 1v5. Complaining with the food. I know, right? I know, right? And this is like, I want to make sure everybody knows I'm really good at the game. It's like, we know you are. Just stop. Why does that have to be a long-ass game? My God, my UI is freaking out a lot more than usual. I'm so sorry. If any of you guys have like anything about epilepsy, I think I have epilepsy. I can't even say epilepsy right. I think we're gonna be done for the night, boys. It's 7:14. The duels lasted quite a while, and I gotta get some food, man. So I think we're gonna be down for the count, boys. I think we're gonna be done for now. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. Tomorrow we got us a Sunday, then Monday, then Tuesday is the season 4 and the raid reset. I think we're gonna be back here in order to we're gonna be back here on Tuesday night raiding Neolotha. So I'm gonna be raiding a lot more often. I'm gonna be doing my normal stream, then a break to get some food, and then a raid. That's gonna be tough, dude. That's actually gonna be kind of rough. Let's see how well that works out, though. Maybe it'll work well, maybe not. But yeah, we'll see, boys. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate all of you for hanging out. I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait for Neolotha. I cannot wait for all the constant updates. I think it's gonna be fucking great. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for coming. Dallas Epic Pepsi. Epic Pepsi. Yeah. They'll only play with their foot if they can. I don't think they're doing it versus Fortune. I know, right? With Fortune, it'll be big, sure as business. Fortune doesn't play with his foot. He takes him all seriously, dude. 100%. Anyway, gang, I'm gonna go for the night. But I had a lot of fun. I think tomorrow and Monday we're gonna try to get our chess, our Mythic Pluses finished out for all the different classes. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll have a lot of my class, a lot of characters already ran through and got some corruptions on them. Gotten their cloaks up and running, gotten some corruption gear on them as well, maybe. I need to do a lot more of the invasions and all that stuff. I need to get a lot of characters through, a lot of my ults through, like the beginning and chapters, the beginning and introductory stuff. I really wish Blizzard did a different skip for that. But anyway, we got a lot of shit happening, a lot of shit going up. I got a lot of videos to work on, but thank you guys so much for coming by. Hopefully with the Season 2 stuff, we'll get some gear, and we'll see some real huge changes for PvP and all that stuff for the duels come Season 4. I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait to start doing arenas soon. Everything smart. If you're out there, we gotta do some 2s immediately, okay? Maybe even some 3s. Somebody want to heal us. Alright, boys. I'll see all of you guys next stream. Alrighty? Peace.